think I got it.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's get Barlow's back in here, and hopefully we should see good to go.
Yep.
If you can Discord stream for me also.
Of course.
Uh,
There you go.
all right. Yeah, I see it just fine.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, hello everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we are back over here. Multi-stream now, but hopefully no further issues, and we are ready to resume the 12th Otherworld tournament. Um, Marlow says he needs just 3 to 5 minutes. All right, that much I guess is fine. I'm gonna take the opportunity again to get to add you a picture, Tommy, Starfall, Alden have you added. So let me get right on that. And am I apparently I was quiet. Still happening. Um, the music is also quiet from what it seems like. Maybe it's just the overall volume that is quiet. Uh, People don't hear you either, but I don't think you're speaking. I don't hear you either if you're saying anything.
No, I'm just kind of. I have my mic set down so I can try and mitigate the background noise.
Yeah, the stream volume overall is pretty quiet, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah, yeah, I'm slightly quieter than you, but the stream itself is kind. Oh, it's getting better. Um, Apparently it's good now? Question mark. Say something.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Me is my voice is the easiest one to mess with the volume of. I can just turn the dial on a microphone, but just with
Yeah,
the.
you seem quiet on the stream. Everything else seems fine.
Okay, then I can just turn my thing up very slightly, and then I'll be chilling. Yeah.
Or um, yeah, I need chat to
Great.
vouch for me on this. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Good. Good.
Thank you, Felix. All right.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully Barlow's is ready to go and we can resume the tournament. Uh, I also asked people to add you so you can check if Starfall or Kami, and I'm not sure if anyone else didn't have you, but
Yeah,
probably those two.
got Kami.
Okay.
So I didn't have volume on for the stream when it first started, being in a match and all. So did y'all
Right.
already go over all the little changes between this Otherworld tournament and ones you've had in the past?
Oh, no, not really, but yeah. Okay, we should definitely go over that. So we had the biggest change to the Otherworld tournaments in the 11th one, the previous one that we had last year, which was setting the timer to 3 minutes as opposed to 5 to have a better answer to Namekian regeneration, because that Namek percent regeneration is just at 25% HP is just so oppressive, especially with all the tools that Namekians get and all the super attacks that are in the game that can just buy you a lot of time and all that sort of stuff. So to adjust for that, we have changed the timer to 3 minutes, and then after that, the biggest change that happened was that we went into a much more offensive meta with Toposo and Toposo rather, and Time for a Little Nap, and just damage flying everywhere. And mostly just those souls, and Destructive Fracture was also being used a lot. So to sort of mitigate like how ubiquitous all those options were, Time for a Little Nap is not allowed anymore, especially with the frame rate boost that it could get. Topo Soul is also not available, and neither is Destructive Fracture. Other than that, we have a slight increase in the values that we can have on our QQ banks, but that's the biggest change. So we're not going to be seeing as much absurd damage as we could in the previous tournament. All right, so Multiverse Barlows. This is the final match of their set, but the first one we're actually able to witness properly, and both contestants are just trying to move around neutral. Multi goes for a fully charged anyway combo, does not connect. Barlows evades and perfect blocks and manages to score a grab. Very important for him to go to the ground, get some stamina back. Goes for a potential unleash, does not get punished, and scores yet another grab. So situation is pretty much even here. Of course, Barlow's a little bit lower stamina, and getting caught yet again is not going to make his situation any better. Both these players are just exchanging those handy cannons. Oh, but the ultrasonic strike, is that what it's called? Either way, the UI Goku counter gets multi right where Barlows wants him, and now the stamina situation and the health situation between these two is pretty much even. Oh, but multi gets GT Vegeta so proc on that Phantom Fist, so not only does he not spend any ki, but he also gets stamina back for it, punishing Barlows, and Barlows now trying to get that self break going, just absolutely gets punished really hard right now. And that will be it. Gets punished into death with that double input ×4 Kamehameha.
Time invalid. No, I messed it up.
I mean, the match was over in a minute and a half. I think we can.
And I had the grand final symbol on. Man, this is a disaster. I'm gonna have to retire.
It's fine. It's fine. Multi advances. This is over Barlow's 2-1. Hopefully we can. You can remake the lobby now, especially since you have to anyway, and you can get 3 minutes, get the next contestants in here.
Sounds good. What are you talking about, Dern? I'm Barlow's level. That was I can't believe y'all didn't get to see the other matches to be done. They were fun. Like, there was one where I didn't burst, and that would have been such a meme for everyone to just see me, like, eat that ultimate at the end of one of those matches.
That's very unfortunate. Barlow's apparently recorded the second one, so maybe that footage will survive, but yeah.
180 seconds, right?
Still a shame. Yeah, 180 seconds, yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's time. Up next we have Pseudonym and Revi, aka Demon Lord, aka Berserker if you were here in the old days.
Are we sure those guys are good to go?
Well, they're both in game, so I'm assuming. Pseudo helped me test the reach out stuff just now, so he should be in here. I'm gonna add both of them. Oh, Rev is already in, so we just need to get Pseudo and. Oh, okay. Pseudo's asking for his fights to be delayed. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's skip over them then. You can kick Revi. Let's
Wait, keep Revi?
Kick Revi.
Oh,
yeah. Palki versus Kanyoto then. Shut up, Felix. Revi, nothing happened. Just Pseudo asked for the match to be delayed just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do the next match first. Kanyoto versus Pocky. Can hopefully get both of them here. Pocky and Kanyoto both seem to be in game, so... Okay, Pocky is in the lobby, I just noticed, so we're just waiting on Kanyoto.
Sorry for all these sudden match change-ups. We just gotta make sure we get some guys going underway.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for my boy Ken Hodo. Doesn't look like he's on the game through Discord. And I know he was wondering, if he'd have any problems hopping in today from what he was talking about last night.
Oh, right. Oh, let me disturb him on Discord just for a second. Okay, my bad. Kanyoto's coming. Yeah, he is responding to me on Steam. Probably loading content, all that good stuff.
Oh wow! All right, I guess we can get underway then.
Yeah, let's get this right underway. Kanyoto versus Palki, and let's see who comes out on top between these two contestants.
I am genuinely curious, with these slight rule changes, are we going to see some major shakeups in what these guys usually go for? I mean, from what I've seen of Ken Hodo, from the many tournaments he's been a part of, I would say he's kind of like a peas and carrots, bread and toast kind of player. Just kind of, I would say, focuses on fundamentals. I don't usually see a lot of crazy strategies, off-the-wall things coming out from what he brings to his game plan.
I definitely think that's accurate. Kanyoto is a guy who just likes straight up good, honest Xenoverse, and he is quit? Question mark, and this is not the right stage, and this is a connection error. Yeah. Let's try this one more time, shall we?
It's like a sequence of Vine Thuds. Kick the Conton. That's not good.
Oh god.
It could be another lobby bug.
Hopefully not. But yeah, let's try to get him back in, and hopefully it works. But yeah, as we were saying, Kyoto definitely the kind of guy who's just gonna wanna play some really just clean, honest universe. He's just gonna, you know, very likely to have some very fundamental based supers, edge wave combo, super god fizz, key blast cannon, that sort of stuff. And he's been known for just playing a lot of his male Saiyan. So let's see if that seems exactly what he's was about to bring in that into that previous match who he got disconnected from, which he got disconnected from rather. But yeah, male Saiyan versus male Saiyan, Palki versus Kyoto. Palki, interestingly enough, is just bringing one preset of CAC, I believe. Um, and let's see how these two will fare against each other. All right, the match seems to be off to a good start.
You have
Never
to say
mind.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I had hopes. Um, I'm not sure if this is a Pocky moment. It seems to be a Pocky moment since Kyoto just went for the grab there, and it seems, yeah, this Kyoto seems to be synced correctly. We see his movements and they make sense. It's Pocky who just, oh my god, what is this?
Well, you know what they say, getting half the
Wait,
ingredients right doesn't make a PB&J. Here we have at least one guy whose connection's good.
wait. It seems to be resynced now. Yeah, yeah. All right, Dragon Bird connects. Everything is back in order. Just a little bit of a hiccup.
Nice to see some Dragon Burn. That definitely brought in some minor chaos during the last Otherworld tournament, um, where it took a lot of very nice strategy and play arounds to get around it in most casual circumstances you would see in
Yeah,
a typical match.
yeah, no, absolutely. Dragonborn is one of the evasives that's been very ubiquitous in our Otherworld tournaments recently, and leave it to Kyoto to make very good use of it. Unfortunately for him, the super armor is not affected by it, so he almost put himself in a very precarious situation. Now goes to the ground to regain some stamina.
Didn't count on that burst dash to knock him out of trying to regain a little bit more stamina.
Yeah, fortunately for Kyoto, he didn't really manage to get punished very much for this, and now Pocky doesn't have access to his burst anymore. He does have full stamina at the moment, but still, the advantage definitely seems to be on Kyoto's side right now.
Here we are, 1 minute left in the match, but plenty of health has been taken out from both sides. Kanhodo enjoying a nice lead at the moment.
And of course, very important on a 3-minute timer, it's much more likely that both these players could time out. And Kyoto enjoying that comfortable health lead, it's not unrealistic for him to just be able to win against Palki without really finishing him off in the situation. Of course, these guys are running CACs, they're running Mel Saiyans, they have an absurd amount of damage at their disposal off their basics, off their grabs, off, of course, the many good supers that CACs have access to. And, oh, but he gets caught by the circle flat. What?
Whoa!
Whoa, what is this? Hold up. Kyoto might have this. Yeah, Palki does not have a burst, but, oh my god.
Oh!
Uh, uh,
Percentage based health, if it's even going to come down to a timeout.
uh,
One sliver?
who has the advantage in that situation? It's Pocky! Pocky takes round one. What a nail biter. That
in
circle flash
iconic
working.
fashion.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was the most Pocky way to win that match. But despite the connection issues at the beginning of the match, that match played very smoothly and very, very interesting outcome there.
As chaotic as it was, I did see some very strategic play in those last few moments. First of all, going for the circle flash when there was a break in the line of sight due to the water
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah, no, it's just so rough to deal with that. If you can't properly know... Oh, and Kyoto is going to be changing CACs. He's going to be bringing his Mill Fling now. Let's see what awaits us with that sort of character change. But yeah, the thing with Circle Flash is if you can't know how far away from the opponent you are, it really is a lot harder to properly punish it because it's just very time independent. And Palki is making great use of the water in that regard. Oh, tries to go for the counter there, does not manage to land it though.
Some pretty patient play from Kanhodo right now. Interested to see, what different Super C brings to the table on his male Earthling. I know for certain in the last OT, Topo Soul and a certain few supers coming together were kind of like one of the most popular things you can go for on male Saiyan or on any CAC. But
Yeah,
with new
absolutely.
restrictions in place,
Oh,
different.
the Pearl Flash. Yeah, this is another super that's been very popular. Pearl Flash is just very hard to dodge in a neutral situation. So Pearl Flash and God Fist, very good tools for Kanyoto here to be trying to catch Pocky with. Oh, Energy Wave combo as well. Just very, very good. Like, this is what I was saying about Kanyoto, right? God Fist, Energy Wave combo, Pearl Flash, none of those are like very tricky. Maybe Pearl Flash is a little tricky by the way that you have to be careful trying to dodge it in neutral. Oh, but the gigantic rage, I believe that is. So he's apparently packing that. Let's see what his plan with that move ends up being. And managed to score a gigantic rage. Will deal quite a nice amount of damage actually on Pocky. Tries to get him on the wake up and tacks the grab. That's definitely something you don't see every day. A grab tech, a purposeful one too. Oh, and managed to break Pocky's stamina.
Very nice counter to Circle Flash.
Yeah, definitely so. That's the thing, right? Circle Flash is very good, but once you get really used to the timing, you can punish it in such a devastating way. Oh, Palki still had the super armor, so he didn't get stamina broken. Unfortunately for him, though, he does get grabbed and finished off by Kinero.
Nice job to Kanhodo for keeping focus, evening up this set. But now it'll be Pocky's turn to have the ability to change up his CAC. Or he can't, right? Did he only bring the one preset?
Yeah, he only brought one preset of one CC. That's what I seem to have saw. Yeah.
An interesting choice, given I know he's got a nice Earthling in tow, but or at least in his repertoire as personal skill base. But yeah, I guess he'll have to do his best with that male Saiyan.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not a bad set. He's sporting that he's actually running Key Blast Cannon, Critical Upper. We haven't seen a lot of actually the stuff he's bringing, just the Circle Flash and a little bit of the Critical Upper. But yeah, what I understand from Pocky is that he didn't manage to get his stuff submitted like right away, and I'm not sure. Maybe he wasn't settled on what other CACs or other builds he wanted to use. He's been a little bit away from the community for a little bit, so yeah. But still, he is even scored with Kanyoto right now. Should he win this match, he's gonna be sending Kanyoto down to losers. So definitely not a trivial thing to be winning a match against Pocky's no Saiyan.
I feel a little bit of anxiety for Pocky's behalf here. In all these matches, he starts with a lower health base than Kanhodo on his CACs. Obviously, health in this game is percentage based when it comes to multipliers and whatnot, but a little bit of a disadvantage in your own mind, especially as the match goes on here.
Yeah, and even ignoring the fact that health percentage is a thing for timeouts and for regen and such, you're still just working with less resources to tank that damage to regain more stamina. So it's definitely very scary to be dealing with such low health on the face of all the damage that Kenyoto is effortlessly putting out with these Pearl Flashes with those Energy Wave combos. And still gotta watch out for the God Fist, for the Gigantic Rage. Those grab supers so strong. Yeah, just gonna grab Pocky by the foot and deal an unavoidable amount of damage there. Doesn't matter that he has a lot of stamina to burn. Does not get the chance to burn it at all.
It's a crying shame he's just not able to get very much damage off of his combos when he manages to get the tag on.
Yeah, Kanyoto is still sitting comfortably in green health, while Pocky is down to his last half bar. Oh, and a perfect block into grab, and Energy Wave combo almost sealing the deal here. Does manage to score a nice grab. He will not be green barred by Kanyoto, but still not trivial at all. Just on the outside looking in here. Another evasive will straight up kill him. And a grab will seal the deal. Kanyoto advances to winners round 2. Alright, I'm not sure Pseudo is back. If he's not, we can just move on with my match next versus Starfall. Alright, Pseudo is available, so we can get Pseudo and Revi right in here and get this match in the race. Should be a very interesting match. These two are definitely known to be some of the more creative players in terms of what kind of moveset they want to use, what kind of tools they have at their disposal. So let's see what is going to be going on in this match between the two.
I haven't actually gotten a chance to check out which characters Revi brought into this tournament specifically. I know he has plenty of different sets and builds across multiple different CACs, all demon themed, so I can't wait to see what he's got.
He is a Demon Lord after all, and yeah, he's gonna be bringing us a female Majin, a female Earthling, and a female Saiyan. So this is definitely interesting. I'm not sure what the Super Soul does on his female Earthling. Here Comes is the name, but other than that, pretty good standard sets actually for most of these kids. I really like what he's bringing with female Majin. He's bringing us Go-Go Gun and underhanded techniques, so he's probably going for that poison application to earn him advantage throughout the match. But let's see what CC he's going to be going for in this match.
I know Poison's had a massive impact on tournaments in the past, but I wonder how it'll, kind of shake out to sway things now that we've had certain bans on different techniques or different builds, and not to mention the lower timer.
Yeah. The timer is definitely the biggest change, especially for Namekians. Pseudo is known for choosing the wrong map, apparently. And, well, they're free to just play it out, and we can decide what happens after that. But yeah, Namekian versus female Majin, and definitely the lower timer is. Oh, but the Shadow Crusher, gotta be very careful of that. Pseudo's so good at confirming that Shadow Crusher off the stray key stuns that fly around neutral, and Revi immediately nails that poison damage, so definitely very helpful, especially against the Namekian of all things.
Sort of evening the odds when it comes to their regenerative abilities.
Yeah. Poison does deal less damage than Namekian percent heals, but it does diminish their heals a little bit. And on top of that, as I said before, like the lower timer is definitely a big blow to Namekian's viabilities because they were just so good, and now you don't really need to kill a Namekian as that tends to be a pretty insurmountable task on a longer timer. You can just keep your advantage and just win through a timeout. And Poison is definitely going to help Revi play the long game, but that stamina of his is not looking too good.
Even despite the poison debuff, Pseudonym's enjoying a wealth of stamina to work with here as he pressures Revy into his limit burst already.
Yeah, he's just having trouble forcing Pseudo to use stamina. Pseudo's just opting to eat all those hits. And definitely not the worst option considering he's now working with the making percent. He goes into PU, so he's taking a little bit less damage, and he's just using that Namekian standing string to try to win neutral just very, very well here.
You can tell Pseudo's trying to get a little bit more on the offensive now as the opportunity of a timeout kind of seems to be drawing near. He knows that he'll probably be able to stay alive with his Namekian percent, but that won't be an automatic win condition.
Yeah, absolutely. He's forced now on the aggressive, and that Super God Fist into Spirit Pulse definitely gonna be very strong here. Forces Pseudo to limit burst, and that health limit burst is definitely gonna play in his favor. Revy, I believe, has a
No more
perfect
burst.
block. Oh my god, he can't even burst that. He's just gonna eat it and be finished off by Pseudonyms. Times 4 Kamehameha. Let's see if the contestants are fine with just counting that match. Several people are time. I definitely think it does affect gameplay. The water, the elevation, the ceiling, but
At least a greater
it's up
amount
for-
of space, you know, relative speaking.
Yeah, definitely so. Um, well, seems like we still don't get a clear reply on this, but they're definitely entering their game 2. Revy is gonna keep on the female margin. Definitely was working out in his favor throughout that match. He just one slip up was enough for Pseudonym to get back in the game. So let's see if Revy can press that advantage further as he did in the previous game.
I would say the goal is probably going to be hanging on to as much of your stamina as possible, so you can force out that health burst from Pseudo, which is how much of a table turner that is.
The raw Darkness Rush from Pseudonym. Just don't look, feel. He's gonna hit him with the Darkness Rush. A full bar of health of advantage right now going on in favor of Pseudo.
Getting now some devastating deja vu right now.
Yeah, this is... Oh man, this is just a tragedy for Revy. He does manage to score that poison though, but he's gonna have to force that stamina from Pseudo if he wants to secure a win here.
Oh, I see what he's doing. That's the UI Omen Goku Super Soul, right?
Yeah, that Super Soul does increase your stamina regeneration below 50% HP, so it's definitely hard to put down a Namekian when he's equipping that soul. But Poison does counteract that in a pretty interesting way since it limits your stamina recovery on top of...
and it's back all the way.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a very strong Super Soul, and it's definitely working out in Pseudo's favor in a huge way. Oh my god, but Revy is managing to put a lot of pressure on Pseudo. He might be forced to limit burst very, very soon.
A mid and 10 remains to get Pseudo's health down, or for him to do the same to Revy.
Energy Wave combo beats out Spirit Pulse there, punishes Revy, and now Revy is on a very precarious situation right now.
I wonder if he was trying to go for an esoteric follow-up there. It didn't seem to work out, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely seemed like he was lining up a shot there, but does not manage to get it done, unfortunately. And Pseudo seems to be holding the advantage here. He might be taking home this match, and he is. Pseudo advances to round 2, where he's gonna face Felix.
That'll be a match to enjoy. This was definitely a case of kind of worrying too much about getting that health down, that he was just able to counter, grab, and waste some more time.
Yeah, no, definitely very good play there by Sudden. And of course, that neutral darkness rush in the beginning of the match also complicated matters further, but it's just he's so good at working with those resources as a Namekian player. And yeah, just very good stuff from Sudo. Up next, we have myself and Starfall. I believe his team name is Tonight Starfall, something like that. So yeah, it is. Should have added you.
Yep.
Okay, good stuff. I got a load count on. I got kicked out by multi lobby time or whatever.
Our contestants are set.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself and good luck, Starfall. Let's make this a good match.
Interesting. It looks like Starfall is going to be our singular cast player. Of course, the cast clause is kind of an interesting addition we always have to our Otherworld tournaments. Why not include the actual characters from the series that have had Halos in the past, such as this preset of Goku, as well as Vegeta, Pikkon, and Gogeta. Going up against Psyker's female Saiyan. Definitely interested to see how well this goes. This preset of Goku, while far from his best, seems to still have a very nice assortment of options, predominantly coming from his higher health pool. But he'll also have some of the Super Saiyan transformations if he chooses to go for them, and a couple of nice supers to go along with. On Psyker's side, he has some plenty of nice neutral moves to use in Super, plenty of nice supers to use in neutral that he's been using in the past to get some nice advantage on his opponents. Starfall has a stamina disadvantage naturally, but with the amazing normals that Goku has access to, we'll be able to see just how well this match turns out for him. So far, it seems to be going pretty evenly. Wow, Psyker using the super to evade the Spirit Explosion, but being able to get out of that situation for both of them, just nice and easy. It was very impressive there. As it stands, though, both these guys losing their stamina. Ooh. Starfall doing a nice job sidestepping out of that super explosive wave. We might potentially see a break. Oh, potentially even better, depending on how either of these guys play it. Starfall forces the Just Guard Limit Burst out of Psyker. Is not able to do much to damage him. Out comes the Super Saiyan God. New combo strings, not, well, differently moving combo strings, different properties, but potentially some new disadvantages. Psyker, low stamina, no Limit Burst. With a nice elbow, Starfall gets in, but Psyker's able to escape just in time. Is not quite able to score that self-break, but doesn't need it. This match is progressing very fast now. Both contestants down to their last bar of health. Last couple bars of stamina. Psyker smart to not immediately go for that extra attack. He doesn't know whether Starfall will be able to dodge that. Out comes Starfall's Limit Burst, possibly going for some cheeky supers if he can, or some nice damage to try and get Psyker's health down. Psyker goes for the Hail Mary Maiden Blast. Luckily, he's not punished for it. Starfall, his Limit Burst, suffering from that reduced stamina. Oh man. Both these guys on the inch of their life. 3, 2, 1. Wow! Amazingly, that doesn't go to time. One last total destruction ball from Psyker is able to score that first point. An utter nail biter to start off the set. As of now, it's 0-1. Psyker's favor. A run back from both contestants here. I could probably understand why Starfall doesn't quite want to change up which character he goes into this with. He probably still wants to have that reliable neutral that Goku offers. But we'll have to see if he can keep up with the damage output of Psyker in these very fast neutral exchanges. Psyker whiffing these destruction balls. They might just add up, leaving him a little bit more defenseless each time. Starfall doing a good job avoiding them and hitting them out of that handy cannon. Both these guys going for a advantage in neutral. Starfall scoring a nice neutral grab there. Psyker has more than enough ki to just throw around. Psyker's at a dangerous... Well, both of them are at a dangerous stamina percent now. Oh! The main blast works out. And followed up by the super explosive wave. Psyker tried to be tricky with that super, but Starfall just stayed ahead of it. Oh no. Attack burst coming out from Starfall. Getting some nice damage from the grab there. But is it going to be enough to clear out the remainder of Psyker's health? Now that we draw down to the last minute of the match. Psyker hedging its bets, going for that Just Guard Loom Burst. He just has to remember to be in a situation where he can get the most out of it. He's doing a pretty good job. Just like that, the burst runs out. Able to use backflip to safely follow up on that combo string. "30 seconds remain. If I'm Psyker, I just want to hang on to my stamina, try my best to not get hit too much, but anything can happen in these last 20 seconds, as we've seen in previous matches with another super explosive wave. Psyker takes the set. Well,
all right.
well done.
Thank you. That was a fun match to start off with. All right. I believe up next we have Dendengo and Kanyoto. I think they're the ones that haven't fought in the longest amount of time. Besides you, who has to remake the lobby.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Kanyoto and yeah, Felix selective hearing. Kanyoto and Dengo both prepared for this tournament more or less together, so very exciting to see and face off against each other here, they're probably gonna be a little bit more aware of what each other is, one another are bringing to the table. So let's see, um, what this match is gonna have in store for us. Kenyatta, of course, brings some pretty interesting stuff. We've seen a little bit of that before, especially on his Male Earthling, which we might see more of right now, which was bringing Super Godfist, Energy Wave Combo, Gigantic Rage, Power Flash, very standard stuff. On his Saiyan, on the other hand, he's bringing uh, a little bit more unorthodox stuff, but still pretty standard. Super Explosive Wave, Key Blast Cannon, Super After Image, and he's bringing a zoning build also for his Mel Saiyan. So let's see what he's gonna have in store. Then Dango, on the other hand, is bringing, I believe, 3 different CACs, if I'm not mistaken. He's bringing a female Majin, male Saiyan, and a male Earthling. So let's see which one he's gonna be choosing to start with. And the female Majin it is. He's rocking I Like You Better When You're Mad, so he's using that very strong self-break kind of style available for his female Majin, and a 2-bar female Majin it is. Starts off with headshot. he, he really is using headshot, huh? And into Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. That's a pretty combination, not gonna lie. Maybe not the evasive we're used to seeing the most of when it comes to those 3-bar builds, but it seems to be working pretty well. Kanyoto can't really seem to get a good grip on Dango right now.
This might be our first instance of Gamma Blaster that we've seen for this tournament.
Oh yeah, the first, but certainly not the only one. I've seen it on a couple other contestants' builds, and let's see. But Dango is definitely using it to great effect. Oh my god, point blank Gamma Blaster and another headshot to seal the deal. This is nasty. Oh my god. A very, very quick win by Dango.
I, for one, am terrified.
Yeah, right? I'm glad I'm not on that side of the bracket. All right, let's see if Dan of course has to keep playing his Imagine. Kanyoto gets the opportunity to switch, be it presets or to his Male Earthling altogether. But geez, I'm not quite too sure how he's gonna manage to deal with that. The best, best, the best thing I see Kanyoto being able to do against this 3-bar build is relying on that Super God Fist, because of course it does force your opponent to regain a little bit of stamina while they're being tumbled by Super God Fist, but he's not even getting an opportunity to do that. He just pretty much has not touched Dango at all in that previous match. Let's see if he has the necessary adjustments here to go up against Dango right now. Oh, he's going for his zoning preset. Let's see how these two are gonna match up against one another. Oh, very nice grab.
Making a pretty good decision here to try and get at least some of that key that Dan has out of there. But
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, as soon as he self-breaks, I'm sure we'll see a lot of that come back.
Absolutely as well. Oh, very nice energy wave combos in neutral. Kanyoto is just nailing Dango, despite like Dan's not even doing anything particularly tricky there. Oh, but the Gamma Blaster blows up.
That did ridiculous damage there. Oh!
Ooh, forced him
to... Yet.
Oh my god, that's actually really bad for a 3-bar build. Just to be on 2 bars instead of the 3 where you're able to evade. Very tricky. But then it's definitely, oh man, the fact that Game of Blast goes through Evil Twin Star or Darkness Twin Star or whatever is actually absurd. Oh, and the headshot. Very nice try by Kanyota though. I did not expect that interaction. Definitely very tricky. Then Dango advances 2-0.
Man.
All right. Let's up next. Let's play Felix and Pseudonym. Give Sudo a little match-long break, but maybe a bit of a shorter break than assumed, but a break nonetheless. And well, there we have it. Felix versus Pseudonym.
There we go. Forgive this moment of silence from me. I'm trying to brainstorm my strategy against Dan's Majin.
um, you're gonna have to worry about things a little bit more pressing than that if you wanna stay in the tournament. Up next year, you're still gonna have to fight Kami, and you should probably be on the lookout for that. That being said, yeah, we're waiting on Pseudonym. Let's see. He is bringing 3 presets of his Namekian, all 3 identical, so it's gonna be um a little hard to gauge which one he's gonna be using right off the bat. But he's bringing some pretty good stuff. Oh, two of his presets are very, very similar. The only big difference between the two is that on one he's bringing Saturday Crash, on the other he's bringing Meteor Crash. Bit of a not the most interchangeable supers, I would think, but knowing Sudo, he probably has a great need for them. And his third preset is completely different from the other two, so let's see what he's going to be bringing to the fold. And Felix starts off with his Male Earthling, I believe it is. So yeah, let's see what kind of match this is gonna end up being. So him getting grabbed right away.
Wow.
Yeah, the Sudo has not touched Felix this far, and his stamina is pretty much already gone. This is very rough if you're Sudo. Early health limit burst. I'm shocked that Felix isn't even just letting him get his HP back there, since not gonna benefit him very much. But Sudo is just content to just regen all the stamina in the world while being juggle state, and definitely a wise decision because he was very low on stamina, and I have no doubts that Felix has brought CAC that can probably kill Namekian. Oh my god! Whoa! I forgot what that move's called, but he's using Super Spirit Bomb. Oh, what is that interaction? Um, but sorry, I'm just a little.
Man, I'm astounded. any taller
Yeah.
and it would be unnatural. Is that what's contributing to like this very nice damage output that Felix has?
Yeah, that's 15% for free, pretty much. It's kill soul, but without any downside whatsoever. And a grab is gonna be so rough on Pseudo right now, especially since he managed to get the combo starter due to being close to the wall. And heroic assault, I believe it is, will seal the deal. Felix takes the lead, 1-0. And Pseudo could not find like even an opening here.
I would definitely say that there's probably like a difference in situation when you go up against a character or a CAC that has some outrageous damage output that could really put your spirits in a damper, as well as the very nice ability to put on offensive pressure that can drain your stamina very quickly. But wow. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Pseudo, it's in its best interest is to bring a little bit of more standard preset. That preset he was bringing not only had the Super Spirit Bomb, Super Soul coupled with the move, but also like boost Kame and Mystic Slash and all sorts of more diverse options. But I assume now he's gonna be using the UI Goku, so yeah, with Energy Wave combo, with all that good stuff. Right out the gate, this is already a much different looking match, if not just for the fact that Felix has managed to take damage in the beginning of it.
Third time's a charm.
Does manage. Felix, I think, tried to counter that. Was that a Phantom Fist? I'm not too sure, but yeah, that still forces the burst out of Pseudo, and Pseudo is already in a precarious position on that last bar of health. But oh, breaks his stamina. Oh man,
Responds with
this
a
is
grab.
really... Oh my god, he can't do any damage. Okay, forced Felix to limit burst. That's definitely the outcome Pseudo was looking for here. And it's the best he could hope for, really.
Indeed, especially with this much time still left on the clock. Ooh.
Oh, he tries to go for the Darkness Rush. Felix managed to sidestep that. Not bad at all, but Pseudo now getting the hang of this, gonna have so much stamina in the tank, and he's down to the Mecha percent. Oh my god, he's almost out of the Mecha percent. He's dead. Felix takes game 2, advances into winners semifinals.
Topo Soul, who needs it? My gosh.
Right? Right? Well, you gotta remake the lobby, but up next it's Kami and yourself, so you can get that right on the way.
Sounds good to me. Aww. Just wait 1 second while I get back into that new lobby.
Yeah.
Updating, no. Did it just... It closed my game.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, the Discord stream ended and I was very confused by that.
Yeah, I think I accidentally hit the breakers button.
No way! This is a Breakers tournament now, folks. Oh no, that's the Breakers button, dude. Anyway, once you're back in the game, you can stream on Discord again, by the way.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you pressed the breakers button. Alright, on the stream, it's going to be a black screen. Maybe
There we
another
go. I
random.
think it fixed itself.
Okay, yeah. It seems fine now.
Okay.
3 minutes, 108 seconds. Yeah. Alright, let's get coming here and get this started.
Okay.
Okay. All right, coming the cherry, coming in hot, and hopefully we can get some really good matches. I'm really looking forward to what's gonna be the result between you two. It's your first time fighting Kami, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, really good connection seems like. So, all right. Y'all can ready up whenever.
There we go.
Oh shit, Multi's about to press the breaker button. Oh, no. He's going with his Mower Flame, solid course of course. And let's see what Kami is gonna be bringing to the fray. His Mel Saiyan. Of course, both CCs are able to cancel their neutral very fast. Both have a fantastic standing neutral string. And let's see what the fast player has taking these players. Kami is something someone rather that I got started to play just last night. But one thing I think is certain is that he plays at a really high tempo, and Multi, of course, has been acquainted with a high tempo before, but definitely more of a slower tempo kind of player. And it seems right out of the gate that that's what's happening right now. Kami's overwhelming Multi, who has spent most of his stamina and also even fat amount of damage. Very nice, perfect block. Does not manage to get any punish. And goes for the limit burst. Breaks Kami's stamina. Oh, this is a lot of damage. Oh, Kami also does have the Super Armor Limit Burst and goes for a gigantic rage. Managed to get Multi right at the tail end of his Limit Burst, so he doesn't even manage to get the damage reduction, and a grab will seal the deal. Multi just flailed at the Super Armor and got punished for it. That was a very volatile match. Multi could have taken that with that very opportune break, but Kami will be taking round 1. Yeah, those things
Man,
happen, Multi.
what not scouting does to an MF. This it continues.
Yeah, the set does continue on. Kami, of course, has to stick with Mel Saiyan. Multi has the ability to switch CACs, or he could just switch presets, but um, um, hold up, I had to time out BRN in the server. I just took a glance at there and he was being annoying. Anyway, let's let's get into the second round between these two players. Um, Multi sticking with his same CAC. I didn't notice if he picked a different preset, but definitely, definitely his trademark CAC, the one he's most comfortable with. Kami's just standing in place, and Multi is just not taking advantage of it. Gets a standing light tag on Kami, but does not trust that he managed to do so. Kami using Mac Dash, so that's a very tricky evasive to deal with, but definitely a very good one if a bit underused. Gets you out of most trouble very, very easily. And Multi does manage to accrue a fat amount of damage there, and this is a much better look for him. Kami turning on that future Super Saiyan gets punished. Multi goes for a potential unleashed of his own. Kami's just content to try to regen some stamina, but he's just he's kind of getting pummeled right now. Is that a different preset from Kami? I can't quite be sure. Yeah, that is a different preset. Did he sign up to presets, or is this? Well, hold up.
It's a different preset. Oh man.
Don't ready up. I'm not positive he submitted two presets of that Melsan. Well, either way, he won, so it won't affect the result. But we should let him
Yeah,
know
but
about that.
that last
Hold
preset was better.
up. Shut up. Stop complaining. Um, here, he's. Uh, wait, wait. Kami. All right. Kami is gonna pay more attention to his presets. He did lose now, so he's able to switch. Um,
So we're all good?
yeah, we're all good. Y'all can ready up. I'll be keeping a close eye on the presets this time around. Sudo was making a request to be able to play PyCon instead of his CAC. I'm allowing him. So, all right, let's see what's up. All right, Kami is rocking irritating little pass, and there's no way you can hit me. Let's see. Let's see which one he's gonna be bringing to the the fray right now. Trying to keep a lookout on what CC he's rocking. He's still rocking his Mel Saiyan, but what preset rather he's rocking. There we can know for sure that he's accurate, but until we get any inkling into what supers, anything else he does have, Multi is just eating a lot of damage here in neutral. Dragon Burn, of course, he has that in both presets, so this seems to be an irritating little pass. Was that it? I have the, yeah. Okay, so this is his tournament preset, and that's dealing a lot of damage. Those Soaring Fist loops are devastating. And a very nice grab to punish the Limit Burst by Multi. Dragon Burn does not manage to connect. Multi, of course, still on a huge health deficit, but oh my god, he only has liver HP. A key stun will kill him. I think Multi has officially entered panic mode, and a stray handy cannon pallet will seal the deal. Multi loses, but loses 2-1, so not too bad. Not too bad a showing versus Kami. All
well
right.
done.
You did complain that the other preset was better, so he showed you.
Oh wait. No. Whoops. Sorry. My complaints about how I did against Dragon Burn aside, man, that was a rush. I've very rarely seen male Saiyans played so fast. It was crazy.
Yeah, Kami plays extremely high tempo. It's very fascinating.
I have got to kick my pants and get back in the grind because I want to play more against him.
Definitely so. All right. Up next we have Felix versus Dango. So let's get them both right in here. Felix was showering Dango with compliments, so very interested to see. Yes, very interested to see if Dan is going to be able to show Felix up, or if Felix is still going to be the favorite winner of this match.
So, do you mind giving us a peek behind the curtains, a little bit of insight on this new change we have when it comes to changing presets between sets at any point?
Oh, right. No, yeah, changing presets between sets is always something you were able to do to balance out the fact that just bringing a different CAC is just that much more versatile than bringing another preset of the same CAC. So, but what's new is that you are now able to start a match with a different CAC. You used to have to carry over with the previous CAC that you won a match with in the previous set rather, but now you're able to start off, and we can see that. We can see that from Dango right away. He's not playing his Majin, he's playing. Actually, I missed what CC he raised that is, but oh, there it is, a Saiyan, of course. And oh my god, charge heavy into Eagle Kick is gonna be very punishing there. And Spirit Stab on top of it. Dango is just doing a fantastic job playing around Felix. Felix is not managing to get anything done right now.
Even getting past the Gamma Blaster and the counter. Wow, I'm loving this so far.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Jeez. Jesus.
He is able to get his, it looks like he's going to be able to, not get the stamina break unscathed. The stamina reset unscathed. He takes a Circle Flash. Eats it very well.
Yeah, but still, definitely tricky there. And then managed to get a grab. Does not follow it up with anything, just content to regen some stamina. Future Super Saiyan, of course, aiding that stamina regeneration. And I believe Dan is rocking a key regen Super Soul, so that's also very tricky because those supers he's using are so good in neutral and with Mel Saiyan's kit right now. He's just a very synergistic build.
Dan stamina down.
Yeah, he still has access to some limit burst, but it's of course not that good of a limit burst.
Out it
It's
comes.
yeah, auto play block, and you know Felix is just very accustomed to getting around that sort of thing. Oh my god! Oh, they're both so low. Oh, but
Utterly
Felix
battering
yeah.
each other with those supers, but oh man.
Oh my god, Felix takes round 1, but that was scarily close. I think Dan has a really great chance at evening up the score in this next match. Should he stay with the CAC or play with a different one?
I can definitely imagine that this was this first match was a bit of a kind of feeling each other out to see what things they can get away with. But now that they understand each other a little bit better going into this tournament, we can definitely see some sparks fly with this next match here.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Dan versus Felix is always a very curious, very interesting matchup, and we're gonna see more of Dan's Male Saiyan, so very cool stuff. I definitely think he had a good opportunity to win the previous match, so let's see if he managed to win this one. Sometimes you're in the flow, right? You just wanna you feel like you could just straight up play better, and that's what Dan's going for here.
First transformation coming out. That nice future Super Saiyan. Respectable advantages you can get from it. Mostly just that nice shockwave you get when you first use it.
Future Super Saiyan, of course, boosts your stamina regeneration, and with R2 souls or R2 strengths are just whatever, fucking Gogeta soul, that's gonna increase even further his stamina regeneration. But unfortunately for them, he's not managed to hold on to that stamina so far. Felix is just downloaded him now. He's just playing around all of Dan's options a lot cleaner. Oh man, I wanted to see the film homage and Dan, come on. Felix goes into winners finals 2-0.
I gotta say, it's crazy to be seeing Super Dragonflight used to this extent, but it's very nice to see.
Right? No, this is definitely unexpected, I would say. Very, very unexpected. All right, up next we have myself and Kami. So let's get us both right in here. I'm loading content as we speak.
What would you say is your strategy going into this match?
Oh man, we might see a little bit of a certain Super Soul that we haven't seen used competitively in a fairly long amount of time, I'd say. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it has seen fringe use here and there, but anyway, not gonna give away that much more. Probably anyone who checked my presets know what's coming, but
that someone is me. And I gotta say, smart.
Let's go. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. Good luck, Kami. Have fun.
I'm very interested in this. When I was playing Kami, it was my first time playing against him, and like what really struck me was I could not take any movement I made. I could not take any movement I made for granted because, you know, I usually do that with Earthling, who has such great freedom and flexibility. Any whiff that I do that I can't immediately recover from, Kami's able to prey on. And yep, it looks like Psyker's going for exactly what I thought he was going to go for. Let's just enjoy the game right now. The only Super Soul that seems to give you a safeguard against all forms of damage reduction, poison, status. As you can see, Dragon Burn is utterly ineffective against him. But will it be enough here? Psyker using every trick in the book, using the Punisher Shield to hide the fact he goes for the Gamma Blaster. Gets a fair amount of damage off. But now the goal is to be really careful. Do not let Kami tag you, catch you out of any of your little animations there. Psyker seems to be doing a pretty good job so far. Whoa. Okay. I didn't even know that interaction worked that way. But very nice. However, Kami was able to get Psyker out of his transformation using that remote Sirius bomb. He could possibly cause a very high amount of damage depending on how he does it. Kami is reduced to using Dragon Burn as a purely defensive weapon. Man, but Psyker's just able to keep on wailing on him. But is it enough? Possibly not to keep up with Kami's outrageous damage output. Psyker and his very nicely themed set of blue attacks are excellent in neutral here. But they're only managing to take out Kami's health bar inch by inch. Very wise that Kami tries to get away from that kick there, because P-blocking it is always a little bit iffy. Nice P-block on that reverse burst dash. Yeah, the P-blocks are just flying now. Psyker goes for his, admittedly, worthless Moon Burst there. I guess to try and use this a little bit defensive in case Kami tries to go for anything. He didn't. 53 seconds, 52 seconds, 51 seconds remain. Kami is at the health advantage and he knows it. So Psyker's got to come up with something in order to get out of here. Although Psyker's able to basically ignore the negative effect of Dragon Burn, he also isn't able to quite keep the combo going as he's wailing on him. Each clash gets Psyker closer to the end. Kami goes for these cheeky supers, but he's almost out of key now, and out of key. If Psyker's able to make a play, he's got to do it now. 19 seconds remain. Oh! Kami on reaction is able to go for that Dragon Burn to narrowly escape a Circle Flash. Kami definitely P-blocks that whiffed Saiyan normal, answers back, takes the first point of the set. A very nice fight so far. Now there are definitely more incredible ways to counter Dragon Burn. You know, some moves like After Image, depending on the range, it's not quite 100%, is able to be triggered by using it someone else, and you're able to kind of get away that way. You could use back hits or just kind of stop your combo and kind of drift away a little bit to try and escape it on reaction, or if you're a little bit lucky, preemptively. And also, of course, there is the way of just P-blocking it like a god. But Psyker, by going for this technique or going by the strategy of using the Super Soul, I think frees his mind up to focus a lot more on the neutral and a little bit less on whether or not he's going to be able to even keep a combo going against Kami. But regardless of that, he decides to forego that advantage to move on to his Namekian. Using that Gogeta Super Soul, our two strengths aren't just added together, as well as plenty of very nice zoning options, and become giant. could potentially be good, especially against Dragon Burn, but we'll just have to see what he goes for there. Kami eating the back hit. I've seen this happen before. Well, okay, I haven't seen that happen before. Kami is fighting the inner demons right now. Okay, he's won. He's back in the match. Psyker, being a gentleman, lets him chill. Although, I can't get a good look. Wait, actually, I can get a look at him. Let me see. Why is he? He's got his halo, so that's not the problem. I don't know. I guess maybe his dog was barking. Neighbor was knocking on the door or something. But aside from that, the match has begun in earnest, I suppose. 1 minute, 50 seconds remain. Kami is one good grab or energy wave combo away from certain death. From the murky depths comes Psyker in his giant form. Didn't seem to last. Psyker bringing out the auto just guard. Oh, his Darkness Twin Star doing a nice job defending him. And that 2-punch energy wave combo securing him an even set. We take those. It's now 1-1. I knew Psyker's set was familiar. I used to hate it, but I gotta admit, I am a massive creamy special fan now. I came out wrong. Let's just get the set over with. Although, are they possibly discussing a redo of that point? Wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just making sure if he's good to go. Like, he can. Okay, we're getting in. We're counting that.
Counting that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. 1-1.
Which means, like it or not, Psyker's on that Namekian. Giving Kami an opportunity to adapt there. Interesting. Kami taking the opportunity to switch sets there. We are in uncharted territory. Oh! Looks like Psyker's taking advantage that Kami doesn't seem to have very many options to go up against Giant Form there. Nice. Getting some damage in. Oh, but some nice point-blank Eagle Kick is able to knock Psyker out of it. Oh, and thankfully it looked like he was able to escape another super there. It was gonna go for a Go-Go Gum, I see. It looks like Psyker's back to the zoning grinds. Making excellent use out of Darkness Twin Star to stay safe. Oh, and the Flash Chaser, that last little bit there coming in to help him out as he sets up the next Energy Wave combo. A dire situation for Kami here, but he has plenty of opportunity to turn this around. He's able to go for some, oh! Though we weren't quite able to see it, he was able to link that Go-Go Gum, but seems to not have gotten that perfect hit. in order to secure the secret poison. Yes, although humans can't have the underhanded tactic Super Soul, they are still able to use that secret poison. He might go for it again, but honestly, this late into the match, it's difficult to determine. Auto Just Guard coming out. Kami very wisely staying out of Psyker's way as he starts throwing out those zoning supers. But the fact of the matter is, we have 50 seconds left in the match. Psyker still has green health. But with no more limit burst, it could be that he might be able to do something. But he doesn't seem to be wanting to try and go for Psyker right now. It's a difficult situation, but really the solution against these builds is to just go all out in terms of offense and pressure them until they can't set up their supers the way they'd have. As it stands though, Psycho was able to push his advantage, come out on top of this set, 2-1, quite possibly. A strong showing from Psyker.
Oh shit, I didn't have to leave, right? It's me, Felix, next.
Back in the Crucible, I guess.
Indeed, my friend. GG's, Kami, those were really fun matches. Was that 2-1 or 2-0? I actually
2-1.
lost track. 2-1, yeah. Oh, yeah. I lost the first round. Okay. Alright, this is best of 5. The rest of the same rules applies. Good luck, Felix.
Winners finals, my friends. Psyker bringing out the male sand up against Felix's Earthling. Hope these guys both put their best foot forward going into this. Psyker gets the first tag. Not quite able to get too much damage off of it, but at least he still remains unscathed for the moment. Psyker leveraging his light heavy in order to remain just as mobile as Felix with his own light heavies. I can see he's trying to be a little bit more careful with what he goes for and what he's willing to take, considering the utter amount of damage that Felix is able to give out with his combination of supers. Psyker seems to be able to stay ahead of the Gamma Assault as well, or the Heroic Assault rather. Going well so far. Oh, but caught in that combo makes him eat a rocket tackle. It is just a complete shootout here between these two players. I think both of them are trying to conserve their stamina, hoping not to get Limit Burst into the equation this early into the match. We're still only halfway through. But it seems to be getting relevant as these guys' health gets lower and lower. Future Super Saiyan comes out for Psyker. He's doing a good job staying out of these and answering with his own abilities. Just as he had said, we are seeing quite a lot of these Gamma Blasters in place of Energy Wave combos. You know, while Energy Wave combo is devastating in closer ranges and has many of its own advantages, I would say they both have some similar use cases, and we have seen just how versatile Gamma Blaster is in both his uncharged and charged states. 30 seconds remain. Psyker's forced into his Limit Burst now. Ooh, hit out of his Gamma Blaster. I would say he's got to play it pretty similar to how you would against Handy Cannon. Just be ready for it and be willing to get out of the way. But getting out of the way is exactly what he does not do. Felix takes the first point of this best of 5 set. A very good performance from Psyker still, and definitely goes to show that this set is not at all over yet. All that remains is to keep it in the pocket, stay focused but not stressed. I know that feeling, but I can definitely see Psyker taking this. We shall see. A run back from both characters. You can definitely see Felix taking a more active role in trying to get that first tag, trying to get these first neutral wins in. Doing some key blast shuffling to find a nice opening to LH into. Causing Psyker to go on defense. Caused them to back a bad move. Wow, that's impressive. That late stun from the Punisher Shield is able to give Psyker enough time to queue up that Gamma Blaster. Nicely done, but I'm sure Felix won't let that happen a second time. Psyker does a good job staying out of the way of that blast. But man, that combo with the kicks is just absolutely being a massive danger to him right now. Oh! That snipe with the circle flash. Able to get Felix down to a low amount of health. He answers back. And ultimately, Psyker's enjoying a bit of a health advantage, but stamina disadvantage at the moment. Ooh, got tagged by the Gamma Assault, or Gamma Blast. Not quite enough for Felix to quite follow up. But now it is this very rapid-paced, close counters engagement. With Psyker having almost a bar of advantage on Felix at the moment. Oh, but Felix is able to vanish that Limit Burst, putting more pressure on Psyker. Out comes that bread and butter super combo that has netted Felix so much damage in these past sets. One more big uppercut, and Felix evens up. Or actually, rather, goes 2-0. In spite of it all, this match, just as it has been in the previous, very close, very winnable from either contestant, so it is not at all over yet. The fate of the finalist hangs in the balance as we go into this. It would be difficult to immediately point out one key change that would make it so that Psyker can tip this balance in his favor. Both these matches have been very close. And though he does have this very nice advantage when it comes to being able to back hit, some nice hitboxes on his strings, some nice invulnerability. I mean, relying on these strings in that way, just very dangerous. And Felix has been able to take advantage of that just as he has right now by activating Potential Unleashed, a very noticeable and very important damage increase. for the moment, Psyker's getting his damage where he can, enjoying Felix being at this low sound of state. But Felix, jumping over the Spirit Stab, very, very funny, and through it all, getting a nice amount of stamina back. Psyker seems to realize it's a little bit too late. The invulnerable jumper. Suddenly, this match appears a lot more close. Man, I'm sure at first Psycho thought he was doing a pretty nice thing by forcing out Felix's stamina as he tried trading Gamma Blast with him. But now, here he is, already all the way back up just by way of just blocks and some choice combo strings. Here we are, Felix has all the advantage. Psyker dangerously low. Out comes the Limit Burst. Tries for that Hail Mary, future Super Saiyan Shockwave, but it is not close enough to register. Felix was able to take this set 3-0. Golly. My throat hurts just trying to keep up with all that.
I guess Moti's not here.
Hello?
Hello, chat. Oh, hello. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know, just the silence, I guess. We can get losers bracket started. I believe first off we'll have Canyoto and Barlow, so we can get them both right in there.
All right.
GG's Felix, I'll get in grants. Alright, both contestants are in here. They're ready to go, apparently.
That is one large Namekian.
I believe it's the first time we see the Namekian for Barlos. We saw mostly his Earthling last time.
But what has remained a constant for these Namekians in this tournament has been massive damage and some very nice survivability, depending on how well they can manage their stamina. So,
yeah, absolutely. Oh, go for the angry hit, but unfortunately that doesn't have iframes anymore, so unfortunately not the greatest move to be using in a neutral situation anymore. More of a combo tool, really.
praise Dimps.
Oh shit.
Out comes Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, and of course, Barlow's gonna manage to perfect block that. Not the ideal situation for Kyoto, but he's still pretty much generating positive ki there. So let's see if he can make use of Blue Evolution's massive damage, or at least its massive stamina regeneration. Seems like the answer might be yes. He popped that Dragon Burn and already has almost all of that ki cost refunded, or stamina cost rather.
It was certainly enough to get Barlos on the back foot there.
Yeah, definitely not. Barlos trying to turn off that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution with his remote serious bomb, does not manage to do so. Now has very little in the matter of ki. Oh, tries to go for the Ki Blast Cannon, does not manage to get the confirm. Now Kyoto is sitting on low stamina and low ki, but of course Super Saiyan Blue Evolution still gonna be benefiting him very much for that almost half increase in stamina regeneration. The transformation is finally gonna run out, but it honestly done its job.
Barlos going on the offensive. Possibly what Kanhodo wants in this situation, but I mean, he still has enough health that Barlos can just kind of work around him just fine.
Yeah, Barlow's definitely with the resource advantage here, and as the clock's nearing 40 seconds, it's definitely a bit of a tricky spot, but it might not even come to that. Kyoto is very close to dead. Oh, self-break. Does Barlos have any tools to aid with a self-break? Oh, goes for the remote serious bomb, does not want to risk it.
I like that Barlos tried to answer it back with his own.
Yeah. Oh, this is very good from Kyoto. Oh, perfect blocks the evade. Oh, Barlos evades twice in a desperation hit there, but I'm not sure if Kyoto has enough time to deal enough damage here. Oh my god, and this is... Oh my god. Kyoto. Oh my god, Kyoto. No.
No.
He doesn't have enough time. Oh man, Barlos wins by timeout.
Starting this set off with a bang. Kanhodo. Many options to pick from.
Yeah, well, he's bringing his Earthling, of course, single preset, a little bit higher damage options than compared to his Male Saiyan, I believe. Of course, can't really top Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, but this is just a more consistent kind of CAC, I believe. And right out of the gate, gonna try to fish for a perfect block. It's gonna get grabbed by Barlos.
I can definitely kind of see a bit of a game plan possibly forming here. Once he has enough ki, he'll be able to kind of throw in some more Pearl Flashes throughout the match. Hopefully, on average, we'll be able to get higher damage out on Barlos, get him to Namekian % sooner.
Yeah, and he's also rocking that DBS Gohan Soul, which at max stacks is gonna accrue almost enough damage to compare to Topo Soul. So that's pretty crazy damage. Should he get another couple P blocks? That's why he's fishing for them so hard.
Oh, nice. He was able to get out of there after whiffing the Super God Fist.
Yeah.
Could possibly
Those step
see a
frames.
break.
Yeah. Oh my god, he got both. He got both. He has max damage now. This is not trivial at all now for Barlos. On the outside looking in, Kanyoto's Pearl Flashes or even God Fists are going to be doing a lot of damage to him.
But it's really going to depend on how much he can get, whether he can get that critical tag so he can get his max damage off.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Trying to be careful against possible death beams, but oh, nice sidestep.
Very, very nice. Barlow's gonna have his Super Soul trigger now. Kanyoto goes for the PU to further increase his damage. Definitely a good option here. It's gonna just make it that much harder for Barlos to mount a comeback, especially since now he's just working with the mech in percent, but Kanyoto is over. It's more than he's more than a bar and a half of worth of health in a lead here against Barlow. So Barlow is just gonna have to chew through this health so much, and I don't think he can do it in 50 seconds. Oh my god, Kanyoto might just kill him.
Almost.
Oh my god.
That rolling bullet almost did the job.
Yeah, if he hit 3 times, it would have. That's actually crazy. Kanyoto just sitting back. You know he doesn't want to win by timeout, but he's in a prime position to do so. Oh my god, the Pearl Flashes. Oh, the raw. Oh my god. That's not going to be enough to close the gap in health, but now Barlow stands a chance, that's for sure.
It looks like we're back in the situation we were in the previous match, only completely reversed.
Oh, a grab? Yeah, definitely so. Kanyoto evens up the score 1-1. The pseudo attack, yeah. The raw Darkness Rush working wonders for Barlow.
I don't know what it is, man. Very similar uses, but when I see someone use that Darkness Rush, it gives me the happy feelings way more than if someone used Circle Flash in that same scenario. The way you wind up that grab and then 8k damage is inspiring.
Okay. Just a Darkness Rush fan in chat here, or in the stream even. But yeah, definitely an interesting ult. It's been around ever since the game's release, and it's been solid to good ever since then. So definitely a very strong option here, and very cool to see it being used even to this day, 6 years in.
Here we
Carlos
are.
now is gonna use his Miller Fling.
Human versus human, 1-1 losers bracket.
Yeah,
Very high stakes match here for these guys.
absolutely. Yeah, whoever loses this match is out. And Barlow, of course, after that previous showing on his Namekian, not very confident he can reprise his initial win with said Namekian, so goes for his comfort pick in the Male Human. And it's pretty even so far. Oh, Kanyoto managed to get a very nice tag with that Pearl Flash, but still, like, a lot of back and forth here without each player just managed to win neutral. Oh my god, he managed to get 2 perfect blocks. That's 30% plus damage. Oh, try to get him on the wake up. That would have been nasty if it worked.
Barlow's possibly seeing the writing on the wall of having a repeat of that last match. Doing his best to score some handy cannons to keep afloat. keep the match
Oh my
going on
god,
his terms.
the raw fuck vanishing ball. Barlow's a huge fan of that move, but definitely not the safest to throw out in a neutral situation like that. Just it does get punished, and now Kanyoto still has the upper hand, just holding that advantage. Oh my god, the lingering hitbox on the end of this combo. This is very tricky for Barrows, and we're reaching the final minute of the match. Kanyoto finally gets his third stack on that Super Soul. He's going to be doing even more damage, and oh my god, the Gigantic Rage. That's gonna hurt. Oh, it does almost half a bar just off that Super. Oh, and the Pearl Flash. Kanyoto wins versus Barlows, who's out of the tournament, and will advance to face off against Pseudonym in losers round 2. Congratulations, Kanyoto.
Well done for both contestants. It's always very nice to see these guys play, and great job to both.
Yeah, no, very, very fun match, very inspiring, good stuff from both contestants. Up next, we have Starfall and Revy, so let's get them both right in here.
Combatants are set.
Let's go. I have huge hopes for Starfall here. Of course, I did send him down to losers, but he's a really good player. I've played him a lot yesterday alongside Efcha, and he's going to be showing us the Super Saiyan Gogeta versus Revius female Saiyan, I believe it is. So let's see what both these contestants will bring in this important situation here of losers bracket. Whoever wins this match will remain in the tournament, and the loser will be sent home. Very nice combo there. That combo is unvanishable until the very last hit, so very high pressure, very high damage. And ooh, nice little Punisher drive. Does not manage to really accomplish much, but still just moving around on that move.
A very worthy character choice. I'm pretty doubtful that we'll be able to see that very famous tech that this form of Gogeta has access to, that massive damage output, but even without it, he's a character with a very nice neutral, high damaging options. And some nice combos as well.
I played Starfall a bunch yesterday, and I haven't seen him go for a heavy break or do heavy break reset, so I'm skeptical he's gonna go for that, but he's just dealing so much damage with Gogeta's neutral that he doesn't even really need to. Oh, but the lingering hitbox, or the expanded hitbox on that Milky Cannon makes it really tricky for him to approach, and he does get tagged by that. Oh, tries to punish the limit burst, but Revy is about to get his stamina back, and he gets stamina broken. Oh, it's a fast break though. Can Revy deal enough damage? He has that attack burst on. Oh my god, this is a really tense situation right now. Oh, Starfall is trying to get that neutral grab. Does not manage to do so, but Revy's on his last bar of stamina. Who's gonna come out on top here? Oh my god, this might be it. Revy has no stamina, but he has... Oh, yeah, and he also has no health. Goes for the grab. If Revy comes back from this is gonna be insane. Oh, he gets a perfect block. Oh my god, is Starfall gonna lose? Oh. The reverse burst dash does the trick, but Jesus, that was close.
Absolutely. So I'm interested in seeing. That was such a close match. I could easily see Revy wanting to stay on his
female saying, yeah, absolutely.
Green hair, female Earthling.
Oh, Earthling. Okay. Yeah. I was like
I don't blame you.
completely.
The only difference seems to be their hair color.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, and also like I don't pay enough attention to the combos because I'm just trying to read the neutral as best as I can. But yeah, he's gonna be bringing us his female Majin now. Definitely a good strong build. He used that versus Synonym, and let's see if it's gonna bring him more success here. The while female Majins might have a very safe neutral, they can kind of struggle at catching their opponents. And Gogeta has really nice priorities, so it could be a tricky matchup here where Revi can do a significant amount of damage or earn a significant amount of advantage with that poison of his should he catch Starfall, but he's just struggling to do so in the first place. Tries to the raw Go-Go Gun, does not manage to do so, but oh, goes for it again. He just really wants it because he knows that if he gets the poison off, it's gonna be just such a boost for the longevity of the match. Oh, the God Fist catches him at the tail end of the Punisher Drive.
It's a shame that he went for that explosive wave as he was getting hit by the Spirit Pulse. There's not much that could have prevented him from. Especially, I believe the Spirit Pulse is always going to hit him before before the evasive can come out.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe he was assuming that there was going to be like an energy wave combo or something like that that you can avoid most of the damage off, but Spirit Pulse, yeah, single tick, you can't really do much about it. Oh, I-frames through the Go-Go Gun with the Punisher Drive, just vanishes right at the right time there. And now Revi is in a little bit of a precarious situation, but oh, managed to trade with Key Blast Cannon. That's actually really good for Revi. He's still not out of this match yet.
I am very impressed by Starfall's use of Punisher Drive. Obviously, you know, Dragon Ball Super Gogeta has a very different and, in my opinion, a lot better version of that move, but Starfall is definitely making this work against Revi.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not my first time seeing this, but it's definitely very impressive. Starfall has a pretty unorthodox playstyle, and you can definitely see it at play here with those Punisher Drives. He just understands the move very, very well and uses it to great effect.
$30 remain, but Starfall's got the health advantage.
Definitely so. And he has got the attack burst. He could deal a bunch of damage before it expires. Oh, but gets caught by the... the Super God Fist into the Spirit Pulse. Now it's pretty much even, and I have no idea who will go to. Which of these guys has the highest base HP? Oh my god.
Here comes a timeout.
Who won? Who won? Oh, Starfall. That's incredible. Starfall will win 2-0, but that was a really close match between these two contestants. Honestly, that's a shame that it couldn't go to 5 minutes. I would be very much interested to see who would come out on top in that situation. But yeah, great matches. Thank you for coming, Revi. Always good to see you play some TACs here. Up next, we have Multi versus Palki, so you're gonna have to remake the room regardless.
Alrighty.
Alright.
I want to go female Earthling, but also, I mean, my comfort pick is the male Earthling. Rough life.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm happy that I managed to use my female Saiyan at least once this tournament, but against tough opponents, it's so hard to take that risk, you know?
As we wait for the other contestant, I'm just gonna fix up the board real quick. All right. Yeah, I love that Gohan loading screen too. I would say that one of my favorite parts about doing these streams is that I get to show off my favorite loading screens.
Yeah, definitely so. I believe that's what Reach Out was going for as well. He was using like the fashion contest champions loading screen.
Ah, that reminds me. I gotta add the Panop one if I hadn't already.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Good old Panop. Pretty cool guy.
Now I know Contestant Pocky has like the away thing on Steam, so we'll just double check to see.
Yeah. I don't know if he said something the past little while on the server either. He's not in VC. I mean, we can. Hold up. I'm messaging him on Discord, but he seems to be offline on both his accounts, so might have dropped out of the tournament. Might be considered a no-show. All right. I guess in this situation, let's just I guess you're gonna advance and face off against Starfall. You may invite him so you don't have to remake the lobby.
Works for me. You hate to see it. I don't hate to see it. I mean, I hate to see it, but as a contestant, I don't hate to see it.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I'm honestly really excited to see you face off against Starfall, so hopefully this will be a really good match.
I agree. I wonder if he's gonna go for the Vegeta. I know to respect the Halo Vegeta. I mean,
yeah, after Newt pounded us into the dirt with that Vegeta preset, I've learned to respect it as well.
You know the messed up thing? That must have been like a year ago, and I still remember it like it was yesterday.
I know. I was shocked.
Got traumatized.
Yeah.
All right, the set begins.
Alright, Multi is going with his female Earthling. Neither him nor Starfall managed to get much of anything in the beginning of the match. Starfall sticking with that Super Saiyan Gogeta, definitely a very strong pick, and I'd say potentially one of the best out of the Halo cast characters. Not being really able to start off a combo here. Oh, the Crush Cannon. You gotta watch out for that. Crush Cancel dodges the Punisher Drive, does not still Starfall not really able to get much of anything done. The Key Explosion gets stuffed, but will stagger Starfall for a little bit. And Starfall accumulating decent health lead now, but Multi still putting up a fight here, tries to catch his Vanish with a Key Explosion, does not manage to do so, but does manage to interrupt his Punisher Drive, and now Starfall was going to be very thankful for that clash. His stamina was getting pretty low, and he still settled with a 3-bar evasive. Another clash, furthering his advantage here, but the health gap is honestly not that big, and Multi still could also definitely use the stamina just as well. Grab into the wall, gets a combo started there, does not manage to follow it up though, but uh, a whole bar of health difference between these two players is definitely definitely a widening gap here. Oh god, this is the final minute of the match, and neither player really able to mount a decisive win here. Oh, the final hit of the key explosion will accrue a decent amount of damage there against Starfall, but a grab goes into the wall, tries to get a combo started, does not manage to do so, vanishes on combo. Starfall now on very low stamina and managed to get caught by Multi's key explosion again. Oh my god, the crush stream. Oh, forced to limit burst. He's still not enough to evade there. Still hasn't got enough stamina back to evade. Grab into, oh my god, that was enough. Uncharged crush cannon will be enough after a grab the burst dash. Multi takes round 1.
That one was for Psyker.
Let's go. Now we both got a great chance to use our weaker CCs. Very, very good performance with that too. Like, I really like the crush cancels there. I really like the use of the grab follow-up. And he's sticking with it. Oh yeah, he has to. Shut up. Well, Starfall going out with the Goku. I definitely agree with that choice. He was having a little bit of trouble catching the Sumo Earthling with his Gogeta, so he goes for the Goku, who of course is able to has that fully invulnerable dashing light or staff vanishing light, and a very strong standing neutral on top of it. So yeah, already looking much better for Starfall is how this match is turning out here. But he does not delay his teleport, so of course that teleport combo is gonna drop. Now he's on the ceiling, so maybe it doesn't matter quite as much, but definitely gotta watch out for that if you're playing Goku in a subpar connection. Perfect blocks the Crush Cannon, does not get caught out by it. And oh, charge heavy after the teleport. Potential Unleashed. Multi is now going to be getting a little bit of stamina thanks to that soul. A lot of key regeneration, I believe. And a bunch of small other stat boosts. But let's see if that's going to be enough, because Starfall is just playing very aggressive and catching Multi at every opportunity. Gets a teleport combo, starts a heavy string. I think that was a command knockback, maybe it was alternating from Goku. But Multi now on his last bar of stamina. Stamina broken. Oh, the Super Kame will whiff. This is the best case scenario for Multi. He doesn't even have to limit burst. Gets perfect block on that burst dash. Does not grab, does not connect. Will activate you yet again. Multi still on his last bar of health. Final little bit of stamina. Goes for limit burst. Gets punished with a grab. Still just struggling to close the health gap that's just widening between these two. If I'm Multi right now, or like during that armor burst, I would be considering to charge the Crush Cannon, but does not go for it. Tries to approach with a key explosion, gets punished, and now Starfall really, just mounting a really strong advantage here. And Multi, there's no way he can overcome that in 25 seconds. gets punished by, after going for the Crush Cannon, and the Super Kamehameha will seal the deal. Starfall evens up the score 1-1. Now Multi might be able to play his Earthling a little bit more his comfort zone, and definitely a stronger contender against the neutral that base Goku has.
Yeah, on the one hand, I was happy that I didn't have to worry about, that the supers from Gogeta anymore, but at the same time, man, I was not ready for that.
Yeah, Goku is tricky, man.
Oh, there it is. All or nothing.
All right. Both these contestants are match point. They will be playing their strongest options here. Starfall seeing the biggest success with that Goku pick. Multi going for his signature Male Earthling. Let's see who comes out on top here. Multi really getting caught out by those dashing lights. That's one of the trickiest parts about Goku. Oh, Starfall tries to go for the jump attack neutral there, but gets caught by the barrage that is a handy cannon. Goes for another jump attack, does manage to get a clash to his benefit, and now just trying to whittle down Multi's last part of stamina. Multi manual vanishes twice and gets perfect block. Now he has almost zero stamina. Starfall could be going for a big punish here. Goes for a stamina break. I'm not sure I completely agree with it, but maybe it's exactly what he needed. He gets out the Super Armor Limit Burst out of Multi, and now he's just sitting pretty. Oh, a grab into the wall, I believe, but does not manage to get a combo started off of it. A little bit too far away. Goes for another grab and tosses him to the water. A little bit of a tricky situation here, especially for the visibility of both players. Multi tries to send him down with that light heavy. And is really making great use of those. Oh, and the Phantom Fist will even work out for him, giving him his full stamina back. Those handy cannons are putting in work here, contending against Goku's neutral. A little bit of trade there. Starfall managed to recover faster, goes for a grab, but not really much to gain off of that. He does boast a significant health advantage here, so it's Multi's game to lose here. Goes for another jump attack, forcing stamina out of Multi. Multi can't seem to make anything happen so far. Gets hit by another jump attack. That Vanishing Light will manage to start a combo. Multi now, 20 seconds, needs to make something happen and fast. Starfall on his last bar of stamina, but that's not enough. The times 4 Kame does not connect, and now Multi can no longer win, I believe. Oh yeah, absolutely. Starfall will advance.
GG. My goodness. The jump attacks, the turnaround grabs, the pre-blocks, it was all flawless, man.
That was a really cool match.
Goals for the future. Well done, man. Hope you keep on doing well in the tournament.
Starfall advances to losers round 3, where he will face Dan the Dango. That's gonna be a pretty interesting match. Up next we have Sudden and Kanyoto, though. So let's get that right underway. And while they get set up, I'm gonna get a cup of water. Be right back.
We've had plenty of cast-only, players that have joined these CAC tournaments going as these characters with halos. But I mean, this run that he's had so far has been just amazing to watch. Probably one of my favorite runs. Pseudo and Kanhodo. Or did we already do that? Am I crazy? Oh yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention, one thing that he had that really helped him out was the armor that Goku and other CACs, but you really see it with Goku, or not CACs, but other casts, but especially Goku, have when they're using some of their dash attacks, which is actually something that I used when I played Goku a while back when I had to go up against one of Dan's many zoning builds. I mean, that the ability, those elbows saved my life.
The iframes on the dashing lights, definitely very strong aspect of Goku, and really let him approach pretty much unpunished in lots of otherwise scary situations. Alright, so then goes with his Namekian, despite getting permission to play Python. Kanyoto sticks with his Male Saiyan.
This is a bit of a curious matchup, obviously, we've gotten to see plenty from both these players throughout the tournament already, but going up against each other, I don't always have the best idea what to expect.
Yeah, I always really enjoy their matchups. I feel like they enjoy playing versus each other as well. And definitely a pretty even matchup so far, both expanding a little bit of their stamina. Kanyoto managed to get a really good amount of damage there with that heavy combo into the Glass Cannon, but his stamina is suffering a little bit for it. Goes for Blue Evolution, definitely a good move here. It's gonna let him get much more stamina, much more quickly.
Respect from Pseudo, going for that bending Kamehameha, a little bit goofy, but it does pack a punch even if it's blocked.
Yeah, and it definitely also deals significant stamina damage, which I believe is what he was going for, trying to deny that stamina regen from Kanyoto. Does not manage to really accomplish that goal, but still not bad at all.
I see.
Oh, almost punished it. A little bit of desync there, maybe, or perhaps it was just on the stream's end, but oh, nah, this seems like a desync and a half. So they're just trying those bending Kames. He is also bending reality as he goes for it.
I love from our end, we see two bending Kamehamehas hit.
Yeah.
Do nothing. Then he just shoots the super explosive wave into the void and kills.
Kanyoto was fighting the air for a prolonged period there, while Pseudo's corpse just looks on over. Pseudo's been KO'd, but the match is not over yet. And Kanyoto's just going for a jog there. Finally, those bending Kames hit. They were sent into the future, so they happen now, and take a little bit of Kanyoto's health away. Kanyoto has quit, but I mean, that's I don't even know who to really consider here. And
for Pseudo's sake, I would hope that he doesn't get this win here. That would mean that he would be stuck in this super Spirit Bomb build for the next point of the match. But who can say? Up to our contestants to figure out what's going on.
Okay, Pseudo's requesting a redo. I assume Kyoto's not gonna have any trouble agreeing to that.
Okay, redo it is.
All right, yeah, redo it is. All right, so it's basically the first round yet again between these two players.
Oh, you guys don't even know how much hands the Ares got at the beginning of this tournament.
That shit was crazy.
First point of the set restarts.
All right. Gonna be back in just a sec.
Pretty fair reason as to why Pseudo might have a set that's bending Kamehameha, Kamehameha boost, Super Spirit Bomb. You know, it's nice, it's hype, it's fun, it's hype when it hits, if it were to hit in any situation. But through that, he's also missing out on his far better set of the UI Omen Goku Soul, which grants him a much higher stamina regeneration as he gets to low. And obviously, a Namekian is just so threatening when he's at a low health, because he has that regeneration going, and usually the way to get around that is to break his stamina. Having that soul around kind of makes that a much more difficult. But that's not on the table for this match. In favor of the Kamehamehas. We shall soon see if it was worth it.
Alright, I am back, and seems like Kyoto has accrued a very significant advantage this time around. Pseudo's trying to go for those go-go guns. I assume he also, that means he's on that Spirit Bomb preset, but I don't see him being able to do much of anything with that so far. Gets caught straight up out of a step vanish there.
Kanano going back to the ground. Good opportunity to get some stamina, but so much for that.
Yeah. Kanyaro now on very precarious stamina situation. Pseudo could still mount and come back here, especially with that health burst of his, but that's the final minute of the match.
I would definitely say that by the time this burst ends, he'll probably have more health than Kanhodo even. So,
Oh, not anymore.
Well done from Kanhodo. But it's not over
bend
yet.
Kamei. It's definitely not over yet. 30 seconds is plenty in the match of the universe. And Kyoto is still on a precarious kind of situation. Who knows, Pseudo could even go for a Darkness Rush. Although I don't think that preset has it actually, so no, he could not. Kyoto, however, will pretty much seal this match. Yeah. Very, very nice there from Kyoto, getting his first point on the board against Pseudonym.
Wise use of Super Godfist throughout the match, able to link up some extra supers while on the ground, as well as following up the other way around.
Yeah, no, exactly. The synergy between Super Explosive Wave and Super Godfist definitely shouldn't be underestimated. You can definitely just do Super Explosive Wave, Burst Dash, Godfist, or just use Godfist and then land a Super Explosive Wave after that. And it's pretty good damage, all things considered. So yeah, pretty good stuff from Pinheiro.
if you were to go for that Omenku Soul build, then I am sure that this match can very easily be turned in Pseudo's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. This is still match point for Kyoto, so Pseudo's hopes of continuing the tournament all lie in this match. But let's see if he has enough to convert this position here, because the pressure must be high here against Kyoto, who's getting some really nice momentum against Pseudo's Namekian. Did not fall for much of his neutral options whatsoever. Yeah, I think this is the Omenkuso preset. Has their Shadow Crusher. Very nice perfect block there by Pseudo. And already getting a little bit of a health advantage there. Does not fall for the... Ooh, cool. Nice grab.
By staying out of range of that Dragon Burn, he is Kanhoto on the ropes stamina-wise.
Yeah, definitely so. I thought Kanyoto might go for a self break, but he respects Pseudo too much. He believes Pseudo might be able to catch him there, and so he prefers to regen some stamina just a little bit. And let's see if this is the wise decision. Pseudo is just furthering that health lead of his, but now the stamina situation is a little bit reversed in Kanyoto's favor. Goes for a health burst this early, 1 minute and 40 on the clock still, but definitely could be hard to topple on the Namekian with a health burst, with that increased stamina regeneration in a situation such as this. And truth be told, it's kind of wise of Pseudo to... Oh my god, perfect block into Meteor Crash. Goes for another Meteor Crash. Oh my god, that's the most 7M thing I've ever seen. He just goes for the raw Meteor Crash.
Pseudo is sitting pretty so far. Especially with that Energy Wave combo. One more of those and there's curtains.
No way. And Kanyoto still has to contend with the increased stamina regeneration. There was no hope for him there.
Oh man.
Pseudo takes game 2. Match point.
Right in the back of the head. Like Goodfellas. Oh wait. Right, it was... Sorry. There we go.
Nice, nice.
Moving on to his male Earthling.
Yeah, definitely a good option here. His Saiyan is quite good, but still, his Earthling has been his most reliable character throughout the tournament. Very good kit, very good synergy there, and just the kind of fundamental base Xenoverse that Kanyoto loves to play. So definitely see why that might be the choice that appeals most to him.
It's a shame to lose Dragon Burn, but Pseudo's been doing a pretty good job staying out of it.
Oh god, when he used that Shadow Crusher, I had a feeling Kanyoto might go for the Yannick Wave combo. I was so scared for him. But he does the right thing, waits it out, and then goes for the Edge Wave combo. Does not manage to get much, and but punishes the Shadow Crusher very heavily there with that Super God Fist. Kanyoto, though, sitting in a pretty precarious stamina situation yet again, and Pseudo is gonna get a free hard knockdown into ×4 here for his troubles. Goes for a Meteor Crash, does not manage to get anything going. Kanyoto does have that Super Soul now, so I think he's at max stacks, so he should be dealing a lot of damage to Sudden, especially with this Limit Burst, which a lot of people don't know, but Auto P block Limit Burst increases your damage for a extra 15%, so not a bad option at all, and that Gigantic Rage will deal substantial amount of damage to Pseudo, evening up the health.
Fantastic use of Gigantic Rage there, taking advantage of the opponent's, tendency when they are going against that limit burst to, try going for P blocks themselves, punishing it sort of like a super armor.
Now though, Kenyoto does not have any limit burst in the tank anymore. Oh, with the the Darkness Rush, he'll manage to convert into a win though. Pseudonym advances, beats Kenyoto 2-1.
Great match from both contestants. I don't know what I would have done if I had seen that whiff and then Kenhoto brought it back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Pseudo showing a very strong mental there, just playing some good Xenoverse and stuffing Kenyoto's attempt to recover during the stamina break into the ground, and now Pseudo advances. He will be finding Kami, but before that, we'll have Dango versus Starfall. Let's get them both right in here.
Is this Raging Blast music? Love it.
Well, see. Oh no, this is Tenkaichi 3 music.
Dang man, I don't know my Dragon Ball music.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm pretty sure this guy specifically composed music for Raging Blast 2, I believe it was.
I still gotta remind myself to edit up tracks for a tag team so I can put those on rotation.
Yep. I'm very much looking forward to that. I keep forgetting about it also.
Starting out with Dan's Majin. You already know what's about to happen. You already know what is going on. And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, he's just going for it. Starfall really hard pressed to find an answer to this, given that he's playing cast characters, so definitely what he can do against something like this is limited, but managed to catch Dango before he's able to self-break. Maybe a byproduct of the connection here, but definitely in his favor. Now Dan can't vanish and can't self-break either.
He's got a few more seconds of playtime before he can vanish out of there.
Up, he took the guard break because of course it's in his favor to do so. Oh, Starfall shouldn't have gone for that charge heavy. Goes yet for another grab. Starfall was managing to hold a substantial health lead here against Dan, despite the strength of that sort of build. Now Dan's just getting the flow here.
It's a shame. Goku has plenty of ways of getting in, but once he has his hands on him, by the time Dan queues up the headshot, there's not much he can do. At least after reset of Goku.
Yeah, absolutely. Goku is actually a good character to deal with through bar builds in general, thanks to his access of God Fist, but neither of these presets have it, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Neither of these Saber presets. Oh my god, that was very scary. Oh my god, Dan is not able to self-break during health limit burst. This is actually such a bad situation for him. A grab might be... Ooh, that was almost enough.
And that was as strong as that grab was going to get.
Yeah. Just a little sooner and we would have been able to seal the deal. Now, Starfall is on very little stamina, and then, despite his low health, still able to go for the self-break shenanigans, to go for those zoning options. Oh, Starfall breaks his line of sight with the water and still managed to be evasive here. he is trying to press the fact that he got. Oh my god, he's gonna kill
My
him.
brother.
Doing it. Starfall, please.
Wow, 0 for 3.
He's. Oh my god. Starfall understands the iframes, man. He just dodged all three of these with relative ease, and wow, that was pretty good. I didn't see him winning that match, honestly. Goes to show how strong of a character Goku really is.
And how well Starfall's able to use those tools at his disposal. Going up against something
Absolutely.
that's completely tripped up most other players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Starfall's going to be stuck in Goku, and Dan will have the pick of the litter between his three sets.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen Dance with My Earthling yet, but he's gonna bring the Mel Saiyan, which brought him a lot of decent results versus Felix. Did not manage to win versus him, but played him very close. So definitely one of his stronger characters at his disposal. And let's see if he's able to take out the menace that is Goku, piloted by Starfall in this match.
I think both of these guys realize just how much value a single tag has in getting some more damage off or forcing stamina from the opponent. You can tell both these guys are just desperate to get that one bit of stun that they can use to their advantage, just by looking at how much they advantage each other. Yeah,
no, they're playing very high tempo Xenoverse, and very little mistakes are being made by either party. So this is just some high quality Xenoverse. Oh god. Starfall is on his last legs in terms of stamina. Dan is as well, but he has the evasion of Eagle Kick on top of that future Super Saiyan, which means he will be getting more and more stamina faster than Starfall will be in his Goku. Even more so if he drops combos like that. And the grab is also not going to do him any favors. He does not have a follow-up to the grab in that range.
Was that grab a jump attack follow-up? Man, it was so fast I couldn't even tell.
I am actually not sure. But yeah, Starfall is really, really savvy about using those neutral grabs or those grab confirms really smoothly into his gameplay. And also a master of jump attack neutral from what I've gathered from seeing him play, from playing him yesterday. Very cool stuff here by Starfall. And we're getting to the final minute of the match, and neither player really has managed to make any progress against each other. They have a wealth of stamina and health at their disposal, and yet the clock's still ticking at 40 seconds.
Dango and Starfall traveling without moving.
Exactly. However, that grab into the wall is exactly the sort of stuff Starfall needed, but then managed to catch him with the circle flash.
And he goes for it again.
Oh, but he gets punished this time around.
Flew too close to the sun.
Oh,
unless.
Oh my god.
Not unless. He punished the punish.
He punished the punish. He did just that. Oh my god. This is anyone's game. 5 seconds.
I say,
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's gonna run out before.
Did that grab even
damage
count?
I don't think it did.
Oh my god.
It did not. Oh my god. Dan Dango managed to stay alive in this matchup. 1-1 is the score, and oh my god.
There's no way Starfall's going to another character. There's no way. That was literally razor edge.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't think he should even. But wow, that hurt. That was if you're Starfall, you know you can do better, but also you know you could have won that match just now if that grab landed even seconds earlier. And he goes for the Gogeta. Let's see what his plan is gonna be with this character. Is he able to contend with the Mel Saiyan neutral with a character such as Gogeta? Definitely a character with a very strong neutral, but he's definitely not Goku. And also gonna be having to deal with that 3-bar evasive. Just
You could be counting on that Punisher Drive tech to trip up Dango as well, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. We'll have to see.
man, yeah, exactly. Like Dan is just such a smart player. You have to do some crazy shit to trip him up sometimes. Goes to the ground, tries to get a jump attack, seems to manage to do so, but no follow up. Goes for another Punisher drive. Still, both players neither really making progress yet again. Oh, but this is. We'll go first for the Justice combination. Maybe he misinput there. Light heavy. Maybe he was going for a circle flash.
Would not at
Press
all
or
be a
run low.
bad thing to go against or to use against Gogeta.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. But that's definitely not the way to go about it. Seems to have vanished his own combo as the Clash proc, so he wasted a little bit of stamina there. But still. Both these guys are playing so fast and really vying for the neutral win, but neither managed to really catch each other. Starfall boasting a significant health lead, but we've seen Dango come back from this, and especially with a grab towards the wall is going to be enough to even up the situation here, but still 3 bars for each player. Almost a full yellow bar for both of them also. Oh, Starfall now, 0 stamina to work with. Attack burst in the tank, but that might not be enough. Oh, but the Justice combination will drop. Tries to punish, manages to land a charge heavy, does not break stamina, but oh my god.
That P block is exceptional. I don't know how he did that. Managed to turn around just in time to score it.
Punish the Eagle Kick with the Punisher Drive. This is actually devastating for Dango. Now then, very little stamina. Final minute of the match, and it's gonna get grabbed. This might be...
I want someone to clip that P block back there. That was crazy. But yeah, a short time remains in this match. Dango's stamina in danger.
Oh my god. This could very well be it. Oh, another grab. Managed to punish Dango's own grab with his own, and now last 3 bars of stamina, but managed to punish him yet again, and I think that ate a little bit of Dango's stamina. Circle Flash.
Punisher Drive beats Circle Flash. Huh.
Oh my god, and the Key Blast Cannon. Starfall will advance to losers semifinals. Then Dango is out of the tournament.
A ridiculously kinetic set from beginning to end.
Yeah, that was fantastic from both players, but unfortunately, once then Circle Flash got punished with the Punisher Drive, that's all she wrote. There was no coming back from that.
Kami and Pseudo up next.
Yeah. Kami the Cherry versus Sudman. This should be a very interesting matchup. Pseudo, of course, a very strong player, but a very unorthodox one. And fun fact, actually, both Kami and Pseudonym come from Xbox. Pseudo played in the Xbox like towards the beginning of the game. He only acquired PC like I don't know, 4 years in. Kami only joined the PC ranks a lot more recently, but both these players are gonna be playing here the old guard of the Xbox players, the new guard of the Xbox players, and let's see, both disputing here who's gonna be the best PC tournament of all things.
If Pseudo goes for the Super Spirit Bomb set, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Don't tempt him. Don't give him ideas, dude. You know he might do it. You know he might have just heard you right now, and he just chose the last second. Namekian versus Saiyan. Battle is all this time.
And yet Sudden tells me we're about to see Sudden very fresh.
Well, that's certainly a way to start this match, that's for sure. Oh my god, is Kami's controller dying yet again? Sorry about that, he says. Well, that's one way to get a neutral Darkness Rush. Oh, and he's flying towards the wall. Oh, Kami, please get
There's
a new
no
controller,
escape,
dude.
man.
What is this? Kami, please.
Okay, here's how.
Here's how. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Mel Saiyans can deal a lot of damage, and 2 minutes left in the match, he could definitely equalize this.
I would say Pseudo doesn't have to worry, but not worrying exactly what puts him in danger.
Oh, the Shadow Crusher punishes Kami's key stun and deals even more damage. Pseudo now going for the health burst. I'm not sure I agree with it that early, but maybe he wants the mental damage of going for that white bar potentially, but managed to get punished for going for that Darkness Rush, and now Kami has a very real chance of turning the tables here on him.
And just like that, Pseudo's vaunted health lead.
Oh, I thought that worked for a second there. Oh, tries to go for the grab, does not manage to achieve it. Oh, and he doesn't have any limit burst anymore. That's it. Kami, impressive comeback, will take the first round.
I saw the grab special effect as well. But just, that's just Xenoverse for you. Speaking from experience, I actually don't remember how I beat Kami-san. But I'm sure Pseudo can do it. It just has to, well, if that happens again, which I doubt it will happen again, that beginning of that match, but I don't know. It's tough to play defensive against someone playing at such a high tempo. And it was actually something that we were talking about the other day. Some aspects of that, you know, just trying to stay on top of it. You have to basically be seeing faster than you're used to seeing. It's a funny thing.
Yeah, they were. I'm not sure what was happening here. The Pseudo and Kami seem to be mentioning something of a redo question mark. Okay, no rematch. Okay. Yeah, Kami wins round 1. But yeah, definitely a very tough opponent. Kami just has a very aggressive playstyle, but he managed to make it work in a way that is very different from other high tempo aggressive playstyles we've seen in the past, and it's very fascinating here. And now it's up to Pseudo to figure a way to deal with that, because even despite the fact that Kami's controller disconnected, he ate a significant amount of damage there. He's still.
He is not still.
I'm not still. What the fuck?
He's awake too. He's not
Don't
looking.
Look, Phil.
He didn't look.
He didn't look. I mean, I guess both contestants are more than welcome to play out this match, but I'm
He went for a burning tack.
there's no way he did this on accident. That's the thing, right? That just to those deliberately picked trumps. I know what he was cooking, but I think this is.
Stranger things have happened in this tournament of champions.
Yeah, but this is definitely up there.
You'll have to kill Trunks to fight him in this Otherworld tournament.
Yeah, right. Came to kill you. Okay.
Do you see how the
Oh.
blast went over the mountain? I thought that was...
No
It was
way.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is the match of the minute.
Alright, Sida is just being a weirdo. We, I'm giving the win to Kami here, honestly. He deliberately picked Trunks, and, well, there we go. Kami advances to face off against Starfall.
Alright. Let's make sure the contestants are informed, and then we can start them up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this matchup in particular was definitely one that I've been contemplating, you know? I've been looking forward to.
Yeah, two new guys. We haven't seen them in any tournaments before, and definitely should be a very entertaining set because they have their own brands of unorthodox playstyles, and both are very comfortable playing at a high tempo too. So looking for Kami.
Cross fingers.
Okay, here's hoping. Alright, seems to be in. Safe and sound. Both contestants can ready up whenever.
Okay. Whew. You never know when that dreaded lobby bug is gonna come and strike.
Yeah, I could hear the fear in your voice. I was holding my breath until his TP count appeared, I'm not gonna lie. However, on we go, and I'm assuming we're gonna see either more Goku or more Gogeta from Starfall. No other choice really makes sense. And I have no doubts, yeah, male Saiyan from Kami, no surprises here either. This should be a very interesting match, probably very high tempo.
I expect that Kami's going to be able to more quickly, you know, escape whiffs and come back at it. But Starfall is definitely going to have an advantage when it comes to some invulnerability he has.
Yeah, absolutely. Kami's also going to be struggling with his controller issues throughout the entire match, so let's hope that he can put himself in a winning position before he's forced to stand still for a few more seconds.
Not to mention, Kami's damage output speaks for itself, so that'll definitely be an interesting. But then again, there's also this advantage that Starfall has on the ground with his jump attacks. As silly as they are, they have been very effective through far in the tournament.
Oh no, absolutely. I think jump attacks have been a very underrated form of neutral in regards to how the community uses them. And Felix, of course, showed the effectiveness of jump iframes earlier in his match versus me, but I think it's definitely very possible that Starfall is gonna use that advantage. Yeah, he's just using it to his advantage very, very well.
He just don't want to be on the ground against this guy.
Yeah, straight up. Ooh, after image, I believe. Pretty nice.
Not the first time we've seen a CAC player enjoy after image over Phantom Fist.
Yeah.
Probably,
well,
it must be just faster move.
Yeah, absolutely. There are reasons to use one over the other, but still, just like so much advantage in rocking the Phantom Fist most of the time. Little bit of a desync there, I assume caused by Kami's controller issues. However, final minute of the match, and they are pretty much dead even right now. Almost tried to be, almost got the P block rather on that Spirit Explosion. Gets punished, but yeah, will be grabbed, and of course, very marginal health advantage here. But oh, the raw gigantic rage will seal Kami's advantage here. 20 seconds. If Starfall doesn't find a way to deal significant damage, then it's Kami's game to win. Oh, but attack burst might definitely help with that. A grab. He just needs a super or a quick follow-up here. Kami's content to just get the timeout win. He had too much stamina to work with, and 3 Dragon Burners in a row will be more than enough. Kami wins game 1.
It's such an interesting matchup because
yeah,
Kami has
really
so many of these resources at his disposal, but it's going up against Starfall and all of his ridiculous techniques.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the other rounds between these two.
Hard to believe only one of these guys is going on to losers finals.
Yeah. And they're gonna be facing me, who sent them to losers bracket in the first place. Looking forward to that.
Interesting changeup. If anything's gonna keep up with the damage output of Kami, I guess could do worse than Gogeta.
Yeah, absolutely. Though, one thing I find very interesting is just that Starfall really doesn't play the more standard practices of Gogeta that we have honed in PC community with those heavy breaks into the Stardust Breaker or whatever, Soul Punisher. Wrong DVD game. But he still managed to play Gogeta to great effect despite that. And it's definitely very interesting. He focuses on the Punisher drives, on the things that you can do with those Ki Blast cannons, but still definitely an interesting approach, if nothing else.
Honestly, I love seeing it. You very rarely, I mean, at least in my experience, see these kind of characters being played in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of a variance in playstyle, which I guess is partially what these tournaments are all about.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we're just here trying to figure out the ways to be the best, and we all have different paths and different things that we hone thinking they might be useful weapons, you know, and this is Starfall's weapon. He is just really good with jump attacks. He's really good with Punisher drive, with neutral grabs. Just a very interesting playstyle that he managed to make work.
Probably wisely foregoing those jump attacks on Gogeta since it has a whole different animation.
Yeah, absolutely. He's also almost using a Punisher drive as a reversal tool. His opponents dash up to him and he charges, and he just punishes their animations with the Punisher drive a lot of time.
He's been able to consistently take advantage of people trying to punish his whiff Punisher drives by going for those B-blocks, and
Oh, but yeah, the victory rush will be enough. Kami takes the second round. I did not expect this to be a 2-0, so I didn't open my game. I'm copy on. But yeah, good stuff from Kami. And really good showing from Starfall either, or as well rather. He's probably put on some of the best performances that we've ever seen with cast characters in the CAC tournament, so I'm very much looking forward to see him in the Tenkaichi Budokais where we all play cast characters. He's gonna be a fucking menace.
stay tuned. 2 sets remain. Losers finals and grands.
Dude. Oh shit, it's best of yeah. Best 5. Oh, this is gonna be a good set. Alright. I'm gonna maybe mute myself and hop on in. I have to load content yet still, so give me just a second.
Both of these players have had quite the storied tournament run so far. We have seen Kami do exceptionally well and loses round 3, and the losers semifinals. Psyker doing great, going up against Starfall, knocking him down to losers, knocking Kami down to losers. Man, Psyker's had quite the winner's run. I have not realized that. That previous set went 1-2, Psyker's favor, and now here we are, about to do this run back. Only one of these guys is going to face off against Felix in the Grands. Who's it going to be? I would say place your bets, but I'm sure many of you have already placed your bets. The projections on this year's tournament. And now I am just having a blast trying to see which one of these guys is going to make it out. We've already seen what all Kami has in deck. Some exceptionally fast Saiyan gameplay. Very nice tools at his disposal to help secure him the win. Psyker has the advantage of variety. Different sets he has at his disposal. We might see a Saiyan versus Saiyan match, or possibly he'll move on to his female Saiyan. We will soon see. But no matter what, I'm sure this match is going to go crazy in this best of 5 losers finals. Going for the Namekian. Kind of a matching color palette there. Alright, the set begins. Now, this is a set that I believe Psyker has used to great effect against Kami, I believe, when he brought out the giant form and utterly did some massive damage once or twice, and made up for it even when he was outside that form with exceptional zoning set. Now Kami knows what to look out for. I am sure he's trying his best to not let Psyker make off with any of his tools already. Or make off with any of his crazy little strategies. Ooh, hit by the back hit, followed by the Darkness Twin Star. Even trying to block these Flash Chasers. Kami finds himself subjected to some Range Wave combos. That was a beam clash between the EWC and the Surging Fist. Very funny thing going on so far. Look at that. Even with the irritating little pest Super Soul, that Surging Fist only did a about maybe a 6 of Psyker's bar there. Yikes, out comes the attack burst, but all that's getting attacked is Kami. However, he does a clean job getting out of that remote serious bomb there. Psyker smells blood in the water, goes for the flash chaser, knocks him out. Easy does it, takes the first point of the set. Oh, did I not? I didn't. My apologies. There we go. Coming back onto Saiyan. It's a tough situation for Kami. Obviously, you know, with clean enough neutral, he could take this certainly. But even if he were to try and find the counters and apply his knowledge to counteract what all Psyker's been getting up to in this match, he still has the giant form to begin with to contend with. And not to mention the freedom Psyker has in pretty much switching situations, switching his game plan as he sees fit. Eating that full alternating into super damage. Devastating. Psyker's a bar up in health. Controller trouble again. Looks like Psyker was he seems to have gotten caught in that remote serious bomb from under the water, which was a little funny. Yeah, Kami's struggling to effectively pop these Darkness Twin Stars. There is a certain way you can do it that'll still possibly have you at a nice little advantage, but it's a little bit tough to do. Kami doesn't quite have the tools to make the most out of it. Psyker in the green. Kami in the red. Manages to get punted out of that remote serious bomb just in time. Psyker closes it out with a rolling bullet. 2-0. We're still going. With Psyker remaining stuck in this Namekian, there remains an opportunity for Kami to download what necessary information he's got from his Namek there and find the right counterplay. Gotta put some duct tape on the controller, I suppose. Here we go. Into game 3. Kami already running out of quite a bit of his stamina. He actually changed set. He moved on to his other male Saiyan set. There's no way you can hit me. Has access to Handy Cannon, Pearl Flash. Could be very useful assistance as well as Dragon Burn. Could they be enough to turn the favor? Psyker using an early limit burst. Kami getting caught by everything. Good. He's doing some a nice job, you know, sidestepping. When it comes to fighting against this kind of set, this kind of zoning set, I found that there's a couple different ways you can go about it. Vanishing back and forth is a nice way of trying to evade some of the flash chasers. Going to the side, not a bad option. But really, as a male Earthling player, the best option was always to just try your best to get through it, P-block as much as you can in order to close the distance. Which definitely seems to be what Kami's trying to go for. But Handy Ken is not seem to be helping him out too much with closing in and starting out the combo he needs to. He seems to be picking up the aggression. Good. Psyker going for continually. He has just an endless stream of these supers that he can throw out. Thanks in large part to what build he's running. Yep, indeed, that Gogeta Super Soul allows him to just keep on regenerating ki in that way. All very helpful so that he can keep his onslaught going. 50 seconds remaining. Not out of the question, now out of the question. Psyker in stunning fashion. 3-0 against Kami. Moving back on to face off against Felix one more time in Grand Finals. A very surprising outcome. But still, throughout this tournament, Starfall and especially Kami have been doing just exceptionally well. This may be the end of their ride, but we will not soon forget them. Because they've had some insane runs.
Yeah, no, Kami, honestly... Oh.
Hey.
My bad. I've disconnected from the room. I know, I read it up without thinking. But Kami, honestly, really good player. And were it not for these controller issues, I believe those matches would be a whole lot closer. I played him a lot yesterday. And I honestly wish he joined some future tournaments, because that was some very interesting gameplay. I think he really does play in a way that no one else plays, and I really want to see more of him in future tournaments.
I suppose it is time then.
It is time.
The moment you've all been waiting for. Grand Finals.
Oh boy, how long I've been waiting. I set out in this tournament with the goal of beating Felix, so here is where I get a shot at that, a second chance, as it were. And let's have a lot of fun. I got a load count on again because I got ejected, but I am on my way.
For those joining in, this will be another best of 5 set. If Psyker can win, this will reset the bracket between him and Felix, resulting in one more set to win it all. All Felix needs to do, however, is win one of those sets.
Oh yeah, Felix, if you're hearing this, do not sandbag me because you got a bracket reset. I will not forgive you if you do that. Play to win.
I doubt Felix is going to be goofy. I remember him mentioning in the Discord a little while back that if he wins, he wanted to just make sure that if he wins this tournament again, he'll be back into the GM role. The fantastic reward you get, title only, of being a winner of both our Tenkaichi Budokai series and our Otherworld tournament series at the same time. The reigning champion of both. The above and below. So we're getting right into it. Psyker's male Saiyan versus Felix's male Earthling. Let's all hope that Psyker's got quite a bit rubbed off on him from Kami's exceptional male Saiyan. Not to discredit all the options that Psyker brings to the table himself, especially with his Punisher Guard and his Spirit Stab. Very nice damage output. We shall soon see how all that stacks up against Felix now. He seems to be going for a little bit more of a slower playstyle, Felix, this time around. He's going for it again. Jumping. Surprisingly slippery. But regardless, Felix kind of taking the opportunity to score some more of those super attacks there. Kind of a repeat of what we saw during the beginning of their previous set as well. They are really just trading between those Gamma Blasters. But I'm sure both these guys have very much acquainted to those things now. Psyker did good Psyker did good work staying away from that rocket tackle. At least one of those times. And this is he's already at his last bar of health. This is really just a thing you have to watch out for with this build of Felix's. A lot of his moves that he's throwing out in neutral are definitely avoidable and punishable, but it is really just trying to make sure you're not tagged by these, you could say cheeky, I would say cheeky, neutral supers as a way to get hit. Forget everything I just said, now it's almost an even fight. 1 minute remains with some change. Psyker having some pretty low stamina, but is enough to hang on, take it back. A disconnect in Psyker's non-favor.
Yeah, non-favor. Yeah, I'll take the L. My controller disconnected during that clash, and it was devastating.
The first point goes to Felix.
Felix is not feeling. He's saying I shouldn't count that. I mean, if you're gonna give me the freebie and just redo, sure, I'll take it.
We are here at the beginning of the grand finals. I wish I could, you know, be silly about the controller issues, but this is like the 4th controller I've been using.
Dude, it was just so unlucky. My controller is not even that problematic. Well, I'm gonna mute myself.
Times like this really make you consider playing keyboard. But it would have to be pretty desperate, man. As this is pretty much a mulligan, we are able to have both contestants kind of go for a different character of theirs. Felix seems to be going for a different male Saiyan. Or for a male Saiyan, rather. This one has access to Future Super Saiyan, Remote Serious Bomb, Saturday Crash, Death Beam, Masenko, Backflip, and Times 4 Kamehameha. A pretty straightforward set, I would say, especially with the Instant Rise Evasive. Probably done in response to Psyker running that Dragon Burn set. But they are absolutely playing it out. There is a bit of advantage to Felix trying to key block these supers there. Gives him a nice repertoire of key to use, draw from. I expect to see a lot of Death Beams and Masenkos, but man, to see them YOLO it like that is surprising. Felix wisely kind of staying at range as he's behind the Punisher Guard. We are only at 2 minutes on the clock left to go, and these guys are already just eviscerating each other's health and stamina. Felix does a good job to stay away from that Circle Flash. Definitely avoidable. Not quite as fear-inducing as it has been in previous tournaments, but always one you have to consider. And that, I would say, is the biggest takeaway from these two characters going at each other. They both have this repertoire of these neutral attacks that can get them these nice chunks of health, which have become more and more valuable as the timer on this tournament has gone down over the course of different runs. In this now 3-minute landscape, it seems like getting damage where you can has been very important. Felix has been able to prove that, getting the first point, for real this time, of this set. Grand Finals continues. Are we going to see Psyker stay on his character or possibly move on to a different one? Moving on to the female Saiyan. Interesting idea. We can double check real quickly to see what all this character is bringing to the table. This is a Super Saiyan God set of his. Has the opportunity to bring in some massive key regeneration as well as some nice super damage, especially once Super Saiyan God's going, but definitely a weaker character when it comes to just the pound for pound, blow for blow kind of combat that we've been seeing pretty recently. However, given that the fight so far has been dominated by these neutral supers, I could definitely see why he would be wanting to go for this one now. Backflip, as always, been very useful, and the total detonation ball as well. Getting damage where you can. And that has been very much helpful to Psyker. Look at these guys, just absolutely trading these blows with each other. Very much a different landscape than we saw during Psyker's match with Kami. Very much goes against a kind of close quarters, fast-paced battle in favor of these very much neutral, super dominated neutrals. But that just goes to show like the vast array of play styles that our contestants can go through and find up against each other throughout these Otherworld tournaments. Felix already spent his Lumen Burst. Psyker sitting pretty, but not too pretty. Felix probably taking note of Psyker's lower pool of ki at the moment. Nice grab into Masenko there. With 1 minute on the clock, things getting a little bit more tense. These guys are definitely wanting to get closer to each other, getting their hits where they can. Psyker doing a great job evading. Scoring the double detonation ball. Near miss with the handy cannon. Near miss with Masenko, but a direct hit with a detonation ball. Felix, one shot. Psyker looking for that last opening that he needs. But with 30 minutes on the clock, is that all necessary? One errant twitch, one dashing heavy or clash or key blast allows Psyker to even things up. If the rest of these matches are going to go so hardcore, then we have got quite the set ahead of us. Are we likely to see a change in strategy from Felix? It looks like it. Moving on to his Namekian. Only has one set, but this is it. This is the set that has a Super Soul that has, I believe, the most clauses relevant to it throughout the entire set of tournament rules. Of all the Supers and Super Souls that have been banned and curtailed, this is probably the one that's had the most discussion recently. I'm neither Kami nor Piccolo, banned with a great number of different moves in combination. That would make it absolutely insane to go up against in a reasonable match. But in this reduced timer, we might see something different. The biggest kicker about it is that if Felix can stay at maximum stamina, he will have a pretty significant amount of health regeneration. That'll be a pretty big threat to anyone trying to get ahead of him. Here it is, kicking in. As you can see, there's the regeneration activating. And Felix making great use out of certain moves that are evasive in nature but don't require stamina usage to work, such as the Evil Whirlwind from Teen Gohan. Lining up for a huge amount of damage as well. Oh, Psyker tries to escape the range by a total detonation ball, but all Felix had to do, or all his character had to do rather, was just, I guess, be slightly angled upward in order to try and catch him. And catch him he did. Felix is up 2-1, and now with a very threatening CAC build. We aren't at the end at all, but I would be careful about on Psyker's behalf here. We could very well be seeing game point in Felix's favor if he can take this one last match, one last point, and one last set. Oh, it's time. Namekian versus Namekian. Commodore Piccolo activated. Psyker's going to have to be doing his best in order to force out stamina from Felix. It is the only way that he's going to be able to make it out of here. I'm not sure how I feel about the Namekian choice. You know, this build is very much focused on the super attacks side of things, but obviously that is not at all something that Felix has to worry about with his passive regeneration. What really will get him will be forcing out his stamina, knocking out as much as he can so that Felix cannot regenerate. It can be done, but Psyker's just going to have to focus really hard on winning these neutral and not allowing Felix to get his get out of jail free cards that he has built into his set, into his character. Out comes the giant form. He can't reach him. He's too high up. And Felix immediately goes for the blood. Auto Just Guard coming out. Yikes! Pearl Flash after Pearl Flash, wiping away Psyker's health there. With his Limit Burst spent, he's nothing he can do but take it. Psyker goes for it again. Oh! But he was able to get some ridiculous damage off. Very nicely done. We have this very interesting, from far out, camera angle here, allowing us to see the breadth of the skills that Psyker's throwing out at Felix. One more Pearl Flash will do it. This could be a devastating finale for the tournament. And indeed, I believe it could be. Felix has taken this set 3-0. If my count is right, that could very well be it for the tournament. Psyker?
That is it. Yeah. No, that's it. That's it.
My god.
GG's, Felix. Oh, wait. No. I won one, right, with my Himosaiyan. That was game 2, I think. Okay, 3-1. Pretty happy with that. I could definitely have played it better. I could definitely have won, but it is what it is. GG's, Felix. Congratulations. You have attained the title of greatest above the heavens.
An outrageous finale.
Definitely so. Fuck, I'm beat. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining us in this fantastic tournament. I think it was honestly a really good one, and I hope to see you all next time. This was our first major tournament of the year, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling with future tournaments. Stay tuned.
To stay up to date on future tournaments and to hang out with the contestants, be sure to join the community Discord. We would love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. I maybe have the link right here, question mark? Yeah, there we have it. Alright, feel free to join us, and that's it. Thank you all very much, and see you next time.
Peace.